Good morning from Port Huron. Welcome to Michigan. Good morning, y'all. Let's. I think we're ready to go on the air here on JohnnyAndBlondie.com. Josh, what do we got to do?
I'm ready.
Are we on?
This next song's gonna be on.
All right, we're gonna hit a song here. We'll start the show. Is there a liner here? Cool. Live. We're not on.
I'm gonna put another song first.
Well, you guys are Periscope. The other one. What is it? Apparently, we're not on JohnnyAndBlondie.com.
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment. We're having technical glitches on JohnnyAndBlondie.com. We'll be there in a minute if you're waiting for that. These pretzels are making me thirsty too, man. What the heck? Are we listening to two songs? Oh. Well, is that Alanis Morissette? Oh, it's the 7 o'clock. I keep looking at the top one of the staff. Where we play it on our station, it was the top one of the staff. It doesn't come up there. I don't know what you're doing, so I can't help you. Okay. So we're gonna be on here now. I'd rather interrupt it if we could. I don't want to start this late. People are waiting for us. All right. That's a crap song.
YouTube and always streaming online at JohnnyAndBlondie.com.
Good morning, Michigan. All right, somebody call Blondie. I don't have my phone. Oh crap, I don't have her number then. Do you?
Can you call Blondie? Do you have her phone number?
All right, you got her cell phone number, Skippy? Yep. Give the lady a call. She overslept. Blondie gets a new job and she's already late. Yeah, Cody, I hear you, man. She's been flirting with being late every day, so which is unusual for her because she doesn't usually do that. She's usually early. I don't know what's going on there. Zach?
Called her. She said she's feeling a little sick this morning.
She what?
She's feeling a little sick. She's getting here about 10.
Feeling a little sick. He's going to be here in about 10, so she just decided she'd come in late and not tell anybody. Well, we're no longer bound by corporate things like be there on time. No school in Whittemore Prescott today. All right, thank you for that update. I'm being told. I hope that's true. I hate giving school closings out. I'm not. Whittemore Prescott. All right. Did you close all my windows?
No.
They're all closed.
I didn't touch it after you.
But you know what? It's not coming up at all. I can't get any of my. What the hell is wrong with this?
Right there. Is that your phone?
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, there it is. Why?
Don't blame me for shit already this
Huh?
morning. Don't be blaming me for shit
No,
already
something's
this morning.
happened to my. I don't know what happened to my all of a sudden, you know how it's supposed to pop up in the bottom of your menu? It pops up on all four sides. No matter where the mouse goes, it pops up.
It's like Periscope gets to hear our first swear word of the morning off the air. Isn't that nice?
What's that?
Periscope gets to hear our first swear word.
What was it?
Shit.
I didn't say that, did I?
Yeah.
I don't usually say that even. What's that all about?
How long we got? 25 seconds.
All right, dude. Yeah, you can look through our email for whatever it was you were looking for. You told me something was in our email. I can't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Take this and push that button right there. Thank you.
I can go on now?
Yep.
You and I are going on, all right?
Yep.
Johnny and Blondie and JohnnyAndBlondie.com. Already, how many days into our new digs here at the new studios, and Blondie is late.
She said she's on her way, though.
She's on her way. She was not feeling well, so she'll be in here shortly. Good morning, everybody. It's Michigan's Morning Show. Here again, Johnny and Blondie, JohnnyAndBlondie.com. We're on Periscope. Follow Johnny and Blondie live on both Periscope and YouTube.
Yeah, over 300 people on Periscope.
Already this morning, and thousands hopefully in very near future. We're going to be exposing our Facebook followers, about 9,000 of them, to a new Facebook Live feature we're working on. So we're building this show day by day. It is kind of a grassroots thing that we're doing here, and we're being supported by some really, really great people. We'll be talking about TCT Music coming up this morning, and our friends at Cops and Donuts and Watchdog Tactical, where you can get holsters and mag holders and more at WDTactical.com. I'm going to mention our sponsors a few times throughout the morning because they're the only people that are giving us enough money to pay for this equipment and rent. We're not making any money yet, but that'll come, right?
Right. As long as you can be on the air, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters to me, and and Blondie will be joining us here in, like I said, a little while. Now, let's check the headlines. Blondie's going to have the weather. By the way, speaking of the weather, though, this morning, if you're in Michigan, in mid-Michigan this morning, the roads are a little slick with a light dusting on them in some areas. Further south you go, Bay City's not as bad, for instance, as Saginaw. Saginaw's not as bad as Playa.
Right.
So the further south you go on I-75, the more you're going to run into that. Spin-outs might be a problem this morning, and we are expecting that we might see a couple more flurries before the morning is over. But it's going to be a fairly warm forecast, and Blondie will have that for you coming up when she joins us. Whittemore Prescott Schools, though, somebody told us, and we don't have our regular system of coming up with school closings, but somebody told us that Whittemore Prescott was closed. Take that with a grain of salt. I don't want to.
Lucky kids.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I heard it on Johnny and Blondie. It's got to be true.
Please.
I'm not going.
All right, so Josh Sherrill is Josh, the producer, but we still haven't come up with his official name yet. But
I think that's good.
Josh, the producer, for now. We also have Skippy on hand here this morning. He's our intern, and it is National Chocolate Cake Day today. So if you have any chocolate cake laying around, I guess you're supposed to bring it to us. That's what we here at National Chocolate Cake Day is all about. And speaking of chocolate, it is Thomas Crapper Day.
Oh,
and
in related news.
Yeah, you know who Thomas Crapper is, right? He is not, like a lot of people seem to think, the inventor of the toilet. He is, however, the guy that made it popular.
Wow.
Which gave us rise to the term crapper. And unfortunately for me, apparently it's my almost 4-year-old granddaughter's favorite word.
Your crapper?
No, crap. She loves saying crap, and we're trying to break her of that habit right now. Anyway, it is National Chocolate Day and Thomas Crapper Day. Thomas was the plumber who in the late 19th century, think about the 1800s here, late 1800s.
Going back.
He was a plumber, and he founded Thomas Crapper and Company Limited in London, England. And he did not invent the toilet. He was able, though, to use his skills as a shrewd businessman and salesperson to make it extremely popular. The flush toilet was invented, actually, in 1596 by a guy named John Harrington. That may be where...
That's why they call it going to the
Going
John.
to the John. That may very well be where that came from.
Anybody whose name is John is just immediately offended by it.
Well, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
John Harrington invented the crapper. It wasn't called the crapper till later, in 1596. All right, I'm trying to get a phone answer here, guys, so bear with me. People on the phone, hang in there. I'll be right with you. Finishing the story, though, the guy, Thomas Crapper, from the time of the invention of the toilet to the startup of his company, bathroom fixtures were not part of the everyday household. Crapper heavily promoted sanitary plumbing and pioneered the concept of bathroom fittings in a showroom where you can pick them up, which made toilets and bathroom fixtures a global success, and that's how we have Thomas Crafter Day today. Hello on the phone.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know on Channel 5 and 12, Whittemore Prescott is off.
All right, thank you very much. Whittemore Prescott, apparently, according to channels 5 and 12, is closed today. That's the only school closing that you saw, though, right?
There's two other out in the thumb, but it's really icy up there by Whittemore, so that's why they call.
Thank you. Yeah, the internet feed is up, right, Josh?
Yeah, but I don't see any audio.
All right.
Bad
All right, we're having a problem on the internet feed. So if you're watching us on Periscope,
All right.
thank you very much, sir. If you're
You're
watching,
welcome. Have a good day, sir.
all right, bye-bye. All right. So if you're not hearing us on the website, there's a good reason. We're having issues with it this morning. We don't know what those issues are. We're working on them as we speak. All right, so you can watch us from now on YouTube.com and on Periscope.com. But so far, now we're only in one channel on the website, right? We don't know, but if it's in one channel, at least they're getting some on. No, it's not on at all. We're working on the website, JohnnyAndBlondie.com, so hang in there on that one. Let's get to some of the other stuff going on today. It's International Holocaust Remembrance Day, a more somber occasion than we were talking about previous to this. It's actually the anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz-Birkenau, as International Holocaust Remembrance Day. On this day of commemoration, on this day, annually commemorating that, the UN urges every member state to honor the victims of the Nazi era and develop educational programs to help prevent future genocides. All righty, let's check the news for you this morning. What's in the headlines? I'm doing this all alone today, folks, so bear with me, all right? McDonald's is going to be rolling out table service. They're going to... Skippy, we got a job that pays for you.
Like they bring it right to your table?
Yeah, apparently.
Wow.
If you thought the cooks weren't paid enough at McDonald's, wait till you see what the waiters are going to be compensated with. If they just would add flat screens and sports and an on-tap beer, we could really make this a place you could go to after late in the night. Huh?
Have you seen many of these McDonald's now, the way that they're redesigning them now?
Yeah.
They're almost like, if you took the McDonald's sign out, put a fancy steakhouse sign in front of it, it'd be perfect.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, they've done that with Tim Hortons, too, if you notice. They're trying to fancy it, and Taco Bell is even fancier looking now. That's a new thing in the fast food industry, apparently.
Burger King is just starting now. They've been like kind of behind in the times, and they still have the uncomfortable chairs, but Burger King is getting there, actually. Speaking
of Burger King, there was a disgruntled Burger King worker in the news this morning. They're all disgruntled. But this guy took it to the next level. And there was a Florida man, he's from Florida, of course. We talk about how Florida's a strange place, and half of the stories we get that are weird and we like to laugh at and talk about are from Florida. So Blondie calls it Florida, and I always say, what the Florida, WTF.
It's hard to say, though.
Well, there's a Florida man posted a picture online that went viral yesterday to show a massive amount of chicken nuggets he stole on his last day of working at Burger King. Today, here's what he wrote. Today was my last day working at Burger King, so I took all of their nuggets. Skippy, put this up by the cameras. Show the picture of the nuggets on the seat of his car. And that picture went viral yesterday while he was talking about it on the internet. Stole. Well, you know, how much could that possibly cost Burger King? $10? I mean,
Is he a big dude?
They don't show the guy, no. But I mean, if you're going to steal, you know, that I would think that of all the things in the world to steal,
There's like 4 bags too. He just took them all.
4 bags of nuggets is not going to make you a lot of money, and it's not going to hurt your former employer very much. Also, though, in the news today,
He buckled them up though. That's all that matters.
he did what?
Seatbelt. He put a seatbelt.
Yeah, he buckled his nuggets. Sounds like a euphemism. Now, in other fast food news, let's talk about Waffle House. Not really fast food. If you are looking for a great Valentine dinner on your budget, Skippy, for your Valentine, Waffle House is taking reservations for candlelight dinners on Valentine's Day.
How fast would you get divorced if you took your wife to Waffle House for Valentine's?
Nothing says romance like a diner full of truckers who seriously need a shower and cooks shouting, "Order up!" That's fine and good, but if you don't get to the jukebox first, you're stuck listening to Johnny Paycheck songs all night because you didn't program the music there at the Waffle House for Valentine's. Speaking of going out to dinner, I went out with a couple of friends of mine last night.
I like the way you say waffle.
This is the day, by the way, of the the anniversary, I think it was 1972, of the Vietnam Accords being signed in Paris. The Paris Accords to end the Vietnam War were signed, and my favorite Vietnam veteran, John Freeman from the Flint area, a lot of people may know him who listen to this, and I and our wives, Valentina and Genevieve, went out last night for dinner.
Wow.
And they live in Flint. Now, the bad thing is, these two live in Flint. They're drinking Flint water.
Oh, no.
And showering in Flint
Did
water.
they shower at your house?
No, I said I've offered that to them. I said, if you want to drive up to Franklin every day, I'll offer you my shower, but don't stop showering there, you know. They seem fine. They said it's not been a real bad problem.
Yeah.
But then when the waitress took their order, she said Aunt Millie is a communist, and he said because there's no basement in a motorcycle. So I don't know what's going on. The leaded water there is having effects on people, and it's still no takers, by the way. We are offering you a chance to help the Flint kids and the Flint families if you'll just take a shower with them at your house. All right.
Did you let them shower at your house too? That's an open invitation, right?
Yeah, anybody can. Yeah,
shower at
they
your
can
house.
shower. They have to put in to shower at my. I don't remember saying that.
Run of background.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if they're gonna have a shower at my house. If shower in the front yard, I'll spray them down.
Johnny's address.
But we have clean water, at least.
Did your friends just order pitchers of water?
Yeah, they should have, and to go.
Taking this with
Yeah,
them.
can I take some? I don't know. Clio's on the edge. You know, we were in Clio for dinner, so I wonder. I'm sure Clio isn't on the Flint water system, but I thought I'd say maybe it leaches over there. I don't know. The poor thing. These friends of mine that we went to dinner with. They're actually landlords too in Flint. These people made an investment in Flint that is now going to go south on them. How can you possibly sell anything in Flint right now? I don't think anybody would buy a single home in that town, unfortunately. So the real estate values there have plummeted to nothing.
And they started out not very good.
Yeah, they weren't great to begin with.
Right. But now that the house doesn't come with water, it's kind of a difficult process to sell.
Well, and they're telling me, my friends, they are showering. Now, they are drinking bottled water. Of course, they've got the filter for the tap for the kitchen water. But they're showering, and here's the problem with showering. They don't know for a fact that this is what's going on, but there were, 70 cases of Legionnaire's disease and several deaths. And the speculation from some of the doctors, and it may even be official now, is that the aerated, what do you call it, aerosolated, I don't know,
Big word.
When the water in the shower is steaming up and it's, you're breathing that in, that could have caused the Legionnaire's disease.
I'd be taking cold showers then.
Because as filthy as that water was,
That's scary.
Yeah.
It really is scary. I mean, you can talk about it all you want, but if it was happening here, it's terrifying. And it's not happening far away from us. That's the kind of stuff you hear happening in other countries. And it's happening 10 miles, 20 miles away from us.
Yeah, and the kids are the worst ones suffering from it too, because it's going to hurt their future prospects, their education, etc. Skippy the intern, hi Skippy, everybody's saying now. Dale the golfer said hi to you, Skippy, on our Periscope feed.
Morning,
are
everyone.
we on JohnnyAndBlondie.com right now, Josh?
Yeah, we're good.
Josh, producer boy, we're only in one channel though, right?
It sounds okay. You only miss like 8 words at the beginning of your sentence.
What?
You're fine.
All right, so they're hearing it fine.
You're hearing it good, yeah.
All right, so
If
guys.
you didn't tell them it was only on one channel, they wouldn't have known.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
Sounded good.
So can I reduce these out of my
Yeah,
regular?
absolutely.
Thank
You do whatever you'd like.
Covered my screen up with all this crap. I can't see a damn thing here.
Now it's my fault.
It is your fault. You did it.
Blondie's late by at least a half hour, and it's still my fault.
This is Johnny Burke and Blondie on JohnnyAndBlondie.com with video streams on Periscope, YouTube, and Facebook.
Hey, by the way, we're not video streaming on Facebook yet, but we will be, and that was an announcement we had made for us in advance of that. The stolen cheese, everybody will be happy to know, in Wisconsin has been recovered. Apparently $70,000 worth of cheese reported stolen the other day in Wisconsin. It was found in it's somewhere in Milwaukee. Cops still don't have a suspect, but they're staying sharp. Hey,
I love those jokes. I don't know why
Blondie,
nobody else does.
if Blondie is listening to this in her car and she's groaning right now, you have nobody to blame but yourself. You're not here.
Yeah.
Designated joke blocker has not walked in the door yet.
So the guy stole the cheese, and then this guy stole the chicken nuggets. I think they should look for them together.
Yeah,
I
there
bet
you
they
go.
should a cheese and nugget day.
There you go. Shodan is a new search engine. You may want to look this one up. It's for unencrypted webcams.
Maybe I do need to look this one up.
Pay for the service though. You have to pay for the subscription service to Shodan, Shodan. Apparently Dan likes to get naked in front of his camera, and it's called Show Dan. I have
Who doesn't, you know?
I have no idea why they call it Show Dan, but it's SHODAN. And it is a search engine. What holes did I leave in the story? What about the bull semen that was just stolen? Did the mouse steal the cheese? I don't know what it. Somebody on Periscope said I left holes in the story. Oh, I get it, the cheese story.
The cheese.
Oh
my God.
man, I am
I
sorry.
didn't even get the bad joke, and you're like king of the bad joke.
Where's my coffee?
You need some more.
All right, so Shodan, the search engine, is for unencrypted webcams. You pay for the service, and then you can, look through any unsecured webcam in the world.
Oh no, so it's like people's webcams that they're not ready for?
Yeah. If your name, by the way, is Mrs. Mary Collins, I'd go with the blue dress and not the Santa one. And nice bra, by the way. I only have one webcam myself, and I keep it stuffed down the back of my pants. So go ahead, log on, have a look.
I look at those webcams, they just judge like their countertops in the back. I'm like, wow, those are nice countertops. They spent $1 million on that.
Really, is that the way you are? Really?
I am. I look at their couches. I look at your couch. I don't understand how you have so many grandkids and kids, and you have a white leather couch.
Well,
It's terrifying.
It's
to me.
leather, and that's why I did that. The white was not because I like white, but the leather because I had grandkids. Otherwise, it would have been a cloth couch.
Blondie's pulling in right now. Welcome back.
There she is. Yep, we saw her pulling in. We are, by the way, for those of you who are not keeping up with us yet, we are now in studios and offices here in downtown Bay City, 509 Center Avenue. They're called the Battery.
Yeah, nobody really knows that though. The Battery Park Commerce Center, right across from Wirt Library. If you walk out of the Wirt Library front door, you walk right into our front door.
Next to the county building, right behind the War Memorial,
Right.
the Veterans Memorial. And you'll find our building here, and we're upstairs in our new digs.
The only light on in the building.
There you go. So Jerry Falwell Jr. has endorsed Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I thought that's shocking, frankly, that there was a Jerry Falwell Jr. Did you know there was a Jerry Falwell
No.
Jr.?
No.
I had no idea.
Junior.
Jr.
He's
I'm seeing. Maine governor, the governor of Maine, this guy's a little wacky. If you not know his background, he's been quoted and gone, he's been the subject of editorials on cable stations and everything. He is kind of a different kind of guy.
Nothing like Senior.
No, I'm not talking about Jerry Falwell Jr. I'm talking about the governor of Maine,
Gotcha.
who is now calling for the return of the guillotine. In the state of Maine, if you're going to be executed, somebody needs to test their water for lead too. In the state of Maine, if you are going to be executed, it's possible, I think, that you can be executed by guillotine, as this guy gets this way. He said he wants it brought back for public executions of drug dealers.
Oh.
What are we now, a
I'm
cartel?
so terrified. My biggest fear in life is getting accused for something I didn't do and then them killing me.
Well, you got to, by the way, drug dealers are not, that's not a capital
I
offense.
don't
We
think
should
you
probably
can.
put that out. We should point that out, right? You're not going to, I can't think of anything that you do that would be a felony, that would require.
There's probably going to be something on this show at some point in its history.
You know, what would be cool though? If a modern guillotine would be like made by Gillette, it would have like 4 or 5 blades.
You know it's going to be Wi-Fi control too, where they just hit a button.
Yeah,
They don't
that's
hit a rope anymore. They just do it from
Yeah,
their
you
phone.
don't know where the executioner is, and by the way, there'd be 5 guys with that button, and no one knows which one actually dropped the guillotine down.
There's an app for that. They just open their app.
Look who the cat drug is!
You like it.
Pretty alright,
Hey,
So
baby.
much more attractive.
Hey,
than yourself.
baby.
Oh, I apologize.
Now, I'm going to ask you a question. You're out the cold because your cheeks are really, really red, or somebody from the Clown Factory put on your rouge this morning. I don't know which.
Shut up, I don't feel good, leave me alone.
He means that in the nicest way possible.
How's the matter? What's the matter?
Did Stevie tell you anything?
He said you weren't feeling well.
I
That's
had
all
a
he
rough
said.
night. This might be a good time to,
By the way, write that down and record that and play it back every day. Go ahead.
what's that?
I had a rough night.
I had a rough night.
Just so we savor the time.
So
This might be a
sometimes
good time to hit upon my house.
Yeah.
she says that every day. By the way, I had a rough night, but sometimes it means different things.
Like bowling at
Yeah, sometimes her rough night
No, that didn't happen.
is her being propelled out of her sleep number bed by her husband jumping into it. And
Nah.
you know.
One time you fall out of your bed.
One of the first
You know
things
those-
that
you
just
know those
came
big
up.
bed of your whole
One of
life.
the
You know
first
those big things
things
they have on
came
Lake
up,
Fenton
it's
where the
like,
guy
holy
jumps
crap,
on
look
one
who
end and
decided
the
to
kid
show
goes
up.
flying off the other end of big,
Yeah.
big mattresses, air mattress kind of thing. That happened to her in her bed.
Wow.
Well, he's heavier than I am, and I have my own side, so when he knelt on the bed, I went boom over to the wall. Yeah.
That's fun though.
Cut my cheek.
You cut your cheek?
Yeah, it was bad.
But
You
yeah,
guys are crazy.
it wasn't nearly as bad
And
as...
then he didn't even say, can I get you a Band-Aid? He said, oh, we're not gonna do it?
And it wasn't nearly as bad as the night she fell out of the window of our place in Caseville
Holy
in
crap,
her
I forgot
underwear.
about that one.
No,
And
no.
out of the bed and
And
breakfast.
underwear, we mean only the bottom half of my underwear.
We were staying in Caseville in a bed and breakfast, and I somehow fell out the window and locked
The door
her-
got locked.
Oh, that's right. The door.
I
She
couldn't
couldn't
get
get
out.
out of her room. She locked herself into her room
Right.
somehow. So she tried to climb out the window,
Right.
fell out the window in her
Yeah.
underwear.
Oh, no. You know, women are so sensitive about that stuff, though. He knocks you out of the bed, all of a sudden you're not in the mood anymore, right?
Yeah.
I honestly think that I could lose my left leg. I'm like, we still doing this? No, I'm ready to go. I don't
Oh,
know.
there's Charlie right
Yeah,
there.
I'm fine. Let's
Are
go.
you serious? Can I at least, gauze up my wound?
Cover your blood. I don't want to see that, but we'll be fine.
Oh, jeez. So
True story.
are we going to have Bob Hughes with us today?
Oh,
Supposedly.
I have to check my,
All right, put that picture up there, Skippy, and show Blondie the picture. Do you remember this, Blondie?
what's that?
Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
Oh,
so show that to the Periscope
oh my
audience
gosh.
and to the YouTube audience.
That was a great
What is
night.
that?
That was a night on stage. That may have been the last time Dick Wagner performed in mid-Michigan.
That was his birthday bash here in
Yeah.
Michigan. We had a birthday bash right here in Bay City, Michigan.
Yeah, the great guitarist and songwriter, formerly of Alice Cooper, wrote songs for Air Supply and a lot of other bands. Dick Wagner's from this area, for those of you who don't know, and they hosted a birthday party for him on stage out here in Bay City.
Yep.
And Bob and Blondie were on stage together hosting that. It was a great picture from that night's event. It may
What
have
a
been,
great night.
I'm not positive, but was that the last time Dick Wagner performed here?
Yeah.
I think it was, and then he died.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
It was a great night, and that turned really crappy real fast.
Well, let's not get into that part of
I
it.
remember
Let's
that.
not sully Dick Wagner's name after he's passed.
Ooh.
Um,
Bob had to work last night in Shanty Creek,
Oh,
so he got home late. Bob will be here tomorrow morning.
Bob.
wow.
Bob can't just reschedule himself, can he?
I'm starting to
Make a
feel like
living,
people
man.
aren't taking us seriously. Are you starting to feel that way?
Text Bob back and say you
No,
can't
no,
come
no,
now.
he
That'll
wanted to
serious.
be here.
Alrighty.
He sent me a picture last night. I'm gonna show you this picture.
Alrighty. Smart B. Your child is a little bit older now, right?
He's
He's
seven.
7, so you don't
Yeah.
use a stroller anymore, right?
No, I wish I did though.
A
You
rope.
can't run off then.
Smart B has come up with a self-propelled baby stroller.
Wow.
That, have you ever seen? It's never caught on in golf, but there are wireless golf carts. I mean, there are some that still use them, and there are still some clubs that feature them. But you have a little belt attachment, and the golf cart follows you around, basically.
You don't ride in the golf cart?
No, this is like a pull cart, but you don't have to actually put your hand on it and pull it. It will follow you. It's like a robot that follows you around the course with your. If you want to walk the course, it'll follow you around the course with your clubs.
That sounds awful.
Well, it's actually a pretty good.
Horrible.
It's a pretty nice. Yeah, I've gotten to the point where I'm kind of a golf cart kind of guy. But I used to say, that's the great way to get a really great amount of exercise is to walk the whole golf course and play it. I mean, it really is if you're serious about exercise. But who the hell does that?
I walk 18 stairs up here every morning. That's
I know, I'm
good.
exhausted.
Well, they are making a stroller now that works like that. Those bag carts, the robot bag carts.
The stroller just follows you?
It follows you. Motion tracking sensors in the handle, and the stroller moves when you do. No controller necessary in this case. So if you jog, it stays in front of you. If you stop, it stops. Make a sudden turn at the end of the street, and of course, it'll go out in the street and get hit by a bus. But I mean,
Bam.
I don't like that concept at all.
think about it.
We're getting exercise. Don't you?
No.
Shut up!
Think about all the things that could go wrong with that. You hook it
You
up
leave
to
it in your car?
hook it up. No. Oh yeah, or hook it up to your pet and let the dog walk the kid.
That's not a bad idea,
I like
actually.
it.
The dog wants the exercise, I don't, so let the dog walk with him.
Yeah, there you go.
Fine.
The
Train your
electric
dog to walk the
Yeah,
kid.
I don't care.
the electric stroller, by the way, costs $3,000.
Oh, yeah, I got one.
You can
Let's
save
get a GoFundMe account.
you can save $2,900. Just hold the freaking handle. Hello on the phone there. It's Johnny and Blondie. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Hey, just wondered if you keep me and my family in prayers. My brother-in-law is going to have triple bypass tomorrow.
Oh, gosh. Give us a name, okay?
Yeah, his name's Greg.
And where's Greg live?
He lives in Grand Lake, and he's in Genesis Hospital right now.
Oh, well. Hand to God. Greg is in our prayers, sweetheart, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Let us know how he comes out, all right?
I will. Thank you very much.
All
You're
right.
welcome. He'll be okay. Just like I'll be okay.
Blondie knows.
I know. I have a feeling.
All righty. By the way, if your exercise life is so important, it cannot be interrupted by holding onto a stroller.
Yeah.
I'm figuring that
You
perhaps you
shouldn't have had children.
shouldn't have had a baby to begin with. It just dawned on me that these people that do some of these things probably have kids as accessories
It's
more
called
than anything.
adoption, you guys.
Oh, speaking of kids, we've got some
Hey, little bit new grandpa.
we've got congratulations going. No.
My daughter, Sam, wrote me last time. She sent me a text. She said, Mom, can I FaceTime you? I've got something I gotta tell you. I'm like, yes! And all she wanted to tell me was that somebody wanted to become a sponsor of ours. I'm like,
Oh.
whatever.
That's
Should
good.
have been excited still.
That's good.
I
No,
was, but I
babies.
wanted a grandbaby.
our old friend, by the way, the website and a lot of this technology that we're getting into here and social media stuff that we're doing is being overseen by a company that we discovered who offered their services to us, and you guys got to check it out because it's a mid-Michigan company. It's called Blue Thumb Digital. They do our website, and they're going to be doing a lot more stuff for us with social media and things like that. Blue Thumb Digital has a guy there who's brilliant. His name is Jeff DeHaven. And our congratulations go out to Jeff and his wife. Their baby came yesterday.
Yes.
Like old
Zaylee
This is
K.
what works.
And then this is what I'm kind of focusing in on here, because another friend of ours had a baby yesterday, and these names are kicking me.
Oh, okay.
I love these names. Jeff's baby is Zaylee K.
Zaylee. I like that.
Z-A-Y-L-E-E.
I've never heard of it. I like it.
And Lindsay Barrett Olnine
She had her baby.
had her baby yesterday.
What'd she have?
Brees Nicole,
A girl.
7 pounds 5 ounces, and
Oh,
congratulations
I
to
love
her as well. Brees and Zaylee. I'm feeling like we're living on Superman's home planet of Krypton.
You're sounding old.
These are
Keep it
names.
moving.
How am I sounding old? Superman.
Because you're not accepting of the new names.
I don't
I'm
know
just
what-
saying these names are very, very postmodern. They're very futuristic names. They're very
What are
space age names.
What are the
Brees.
two again?
Brees and Zaylee.
I like it though. I think
It almost sounds like
I
Cal.
like them.
Almost sounds like Kal-El, and from
Yeah.
Krypton.
I
You
know
know,
it's old.
we're getting to those kinds of names. They're kind of space age names. The Jetsons would have loved them anyway.
Jeff is so dedicated to his business that he was on Facebook. You can see he brought like a big old reel with all these plugs on it so that he could continue to work while they adopted the baby, right? And while she was in labor, the mom was in labor.
Yeah.
He was working. He sent me messages. He's like, "Did that play button work out all right for you?" I'm like, "Dude, you're having a baby. Just get out of here."
That's funny.
For those of you who have been asking us about Dick Fabian's health, he's doing better.
He's
back
home.
He is home,
Uh-huh.
and he's doing much better. So I don't have any more details than that, but that is the latest
He's
situation.
doing well.
You're not a coffee drinker. You're a coffee
I am
drinker.
a little bit.
Can't get away.
Blondie's, I loved coffee all my life. It's one of the things that I'm no longer allowed to drink, though. But coffee is apparently, if you drink coffee in the morning, it will make your exercise seem like less effort. So maybe climbing that set of stairs, if you drink the coffee before you get there, won't be so bad for you.
Why is like exercise the theme today? That's an awful
I know,
sound.
I'm like, whatever, dude.
Well,
Like I want a plate of bacon
Are you-
after we're done here.
I was
keep
gonna say,
talking
are you
about
Oh, we're
offended?
getting a plate of bacon.
Kardashians and exercise. Just leave them out of the show and we'll be fine.
somebody just texted us. My name is Ksenia, K-S-E-N-I-A.
Oh, that's
That's a
different.
different name too.
Senior cinnamon.
So aneway,
Oh,
coffee.
cinnamon rolls. I
Coffee
need some
will-
for Josh. Some bacon.
Walk over and get one, Blondie, because Johnny wants us to exercise.
Coffee
Screw him.
makes the exercise seem like less effort, though.
Okay.
Of course, I would then let's follow the logical conclusion here. Then cocaine makes it seem like a lot less effort, right? Oh. So, I don't know. You want to get finished with your workout quickly because you got to pee? Is that why it makes it go by faster? Coffee
No,
makes me
no.
pee.
It does.
Yeah. Maybe
It's a
you-
diuretic.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
All right. You want to know how to eat less pizza, Josh?
No.
No.
You're
Stop it!
You're making my life terrible.
Scientists put
I like this guy.
the scientists put the same size pizza on different sized tables and discovered it made a difference.
Okay.
People eating from a smaller table perceived the pizza to be smaller, even though it would be relatively bigger to the side of the table. They perceived it as smaller and ate more of it. The big conclusion here is, if you're a scientist, you find ways to get a government grant to cover your junk food expenses. But the big conclusion here is actually that if you wanted to not eat as much pizza, serve it on a big table, or if you have your guests over, you don't want them for one guy eating it all, you put it on a bigger table, and apparently people eat less of it. More of it if it's on a smaller table.
That's
I
the kind
don't,
of stuff I would research as a scientist. I'd be like,
Yeah.
let's see how many pizzas they eat on a smaller table.
well, it's the killer of that is that people actually, there's government grants. People are collecting to do studies on stuff like that. We need to start setting up some sort of study here to figure out a
On
way to get some
cinnamon
of
rolls.
that. Bazillion.
Oh, bacon top cinnamon rolls. Ooh, I like it.
All right, the latest
Cinnamon
Twitter
roll
victim
waffles.
is Carson Palmer.
What'd you
Does
say?
this have anything to do with exercise before we start?
Well, Carson Palmer's a very fit guy. He's a quarterback for the for Kansas City, and
Whatever.
he or for Arizona.
Do you want me to turn
Arizona.
this up on?
For the Cardinals, and he got beat really bad last week in the playoff game, in the championship game. So people have been just flaming him on Twitter, and these are some of the tweets. Cam Newton gives footballs to kids. Carson Palmer gives footballs to Panthers players. Carson Palmer playing like Robert Palmer today. You know those printouts that Peyton Manning reads on the sidelines, the one with the opposing team's defenses? Carson should try that. These are some of the flaming tweets that Carson Palmer has had to endure this week after losing badly to the Carolina Panthers in the championship game last week. All right, so sad news this morning.
Oh, no, what? Oh, did somebody die?
Yep.
Oh.
But for half the people I'm going to be telling this to, they already thought he was dead. Abe Vigoda.
Oh, I saw that last night. Isn't this funny? We've made fun of this for years. They're like, he's still alive?
Yeah.
How,
He is one of those people, isn't he?
yeah. How old is he?
It's not a hoax this time, though. Yeah, 94. 94 years old.
He was in that Snickers commercial not long ago.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like,
I
oh,
was,
there's
writing,
bears?
I was writing the word Skippy down here.
Yeah.
Like a year or two ago, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he was. The Green Reaper has caught its most elusive prey. Abe Vigoda, at the age of 94, has died. He died in his sleep peacefully. They just say he just didn't
Good.
wake up. But the winter of death claims yet another victim. The winter of death. If I were Betty White, I'd be staying in an enclosed capsule somewhere right now and making sure that nothing at all
She's
affected.
still doing pretty good. She just had a birthday, too.
Yeah. At this rate, all the celebrities over the age of 66 could be dead by June. We're losing them like one a
Shut
day.
it.
We're losing like one a day. I mean, it's been. Now, a guy that probably needs to go. Now, we were supposed to have Bob Hughes today, and I was about
He's
to.
coming tomorrow.
Yeah,
The guy
but
that needs
apparently.
to go, Bob Hughes. He said,
What?
he said a guy that needs to go is Bob Hughes.
No. That's not. No. Let me finish the sentence. God, you guys, please.
Bob didn't show up, you're dead to me, Bob.
Rapper Bob needs to go. And I was going to bring this up to Bob Hughes. I brought this story in specifically for Bob Hughes to
Well,
let him
Bob
know
will
this.
be here tomorrow. He had a DJ gig last night at Skidway Lake.
Yeah.
So he'll
So-
be here tomorrow.
Yeah, so apparently you can only do one job every 2 days.
He's got to sleep
I
somewhere.
worked yesterday, today.
Today, I put in an hour yesterday. I ain't doing anything today.
That's so much money now.
Yeah, but Rapper Bob is the guy I started to tell you about the other day who thinks the earth is flat. And he now is defending himself. He says he has photographs to prove it. Rapper Bob.
Put him straight.
Rapper Bob. It's actually Rapper B-O-B. He has a B period, O period, B period is the way he spelled his name.
That's
That's how I'm going to spell my name, too.
I
B period, O period, F period.
had no idea this
I
guy.
like it.
Maybe this guy's from Flint too. Maybe he's been drinking the leaded
He's
water.
drinking something.
He says no matter how high you are, he's talking about like if you're in a and he doesn't mean that. Now, he doesn't mean how high you are. He means like even if you're up in an airplane, you look out of the horizon's always at eye level.
What a doofus.
Yeah, he's high, all right.
He is high.
By the way, there's no entry exam for the rap music community. We should probably point that out. So this guy's probably not much different than the rest of them. But nonetheless, Rapper Bob says the earth is flat. You're all wrong.
Okay.
All right.
You go, Rapper Bob.
He's right, we're
You
wrong.
put that GED to good use.
That's right. Nick Carter
Carter.
has
Oh,
been
Backstreet Boys brother.
he's been sued
Oh, for what?
for striking and choking a Florida bar bouncer. But if you get beat up by a Backstreet Boy, can you legally call yourself a bouncer?
I know, that's sad.
Yeah.
isn't it?
How did this
That's
guy?
sad.
This is what they get for hiring the muscular equivalent of Jim Parsons to handle the door.
I love Jim Parsons.
I do too. Hilarious.
I
guy.
wouldn't want him as the door guy, though.
Yeah, yeah. John Hamm John Hamm's name has been misspelled on his Golden Globe Award. He went,
the man with the big.
the man with the big
schlong.
package, according to Blondie.
You saw a picture. Y'all saw it, right?
I don't think I did.
You did.
I
Let
did.
me get it for you.
Google that for you.
Yeah.
But they misspelled his name on the Golden Globe Award. They actually spelled it JohnnyBurke.
Didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
You were talking about getting beat up by a Backstreet Boy. I saw this in the news just yesterday that the Bay City woman charged in practice with roommate, right? So she beat up her roommate, but here's the best part about it. She basically hit him with a knife and a grilling fork, but her last name is White Wine.
Oh, I love white wine.
WHITEWINE.
Yeah, I call her too. Tiffany White Wine is her name.
All right. That's.
Oh, I
I'm
love
gonna
the
date her
Keto
just for
girl.
Had a rough night with White Wine last
All right, we
night.
lost the connection. Hopefully we're not up there. No, we're
Still
back
up.
there. All right.
Somebody's calling us.
Oh yeah, I've got to go to the phone here. Sorry guys. Oh, they may have stopped. Are you on the phone? Hello
I
there.
am on the phone.
All right, who is it?
Hello.
Hi, Dandy.
Hi Andy, what's up?
Just calling in. How you guys doing?
We're good. What's going on, Andy?
Andy who's just calling in.
Hi.
Sorry, Andy Heller from Grand Blanc.
Oh,
Andy Heller.
Andy. You know what? I apologize, Andy. I forgot. When
He forgot his manners, is what he was
No,
trying
no,
to
no, no,
say.
no. I completely forgot to put this on the calendar. I've been in the back of my mind. So I've got another guest tomorrow. I can't remember who it is.
It's because we're old. That's why we got
There you
fired,
go.
Andy.
Flint Journal M Live columnist. No longer though, right? You're doing this at AndyHeller.com.
Yeah, no longer. It's my last column ran in some of the papers statewide last Sunday, so 3 days
Oh,
ago.
did you get fired
So yep,
because
I'm
you're old
officially
too?
done.
Yeah. Did they fire you because you were old?
No, I don't, honestly, I don't know. It's not. It wasn't so much a firing because they were all ready about it and all that. It wasn't anything like that. I'm not exactly sure what it was. Probably money. That's usually at the root of all things in media these days.
Right.
But and it didn't have anything to do with the column. I mean, I've had a statewide audience for quite a long time, and it's just one of those things that the rose of the newspaper industry these days, I guess.
Yeah.
You want to come work for us?
He's got his own thing going. AndyHeller.com. And by the way, those of you who have never read Andy Heller's columns, you have got to. He's one of the best writers we have coming out of
he's
Michigan.
phenomenal.
I don't always agree with him, but that's what people always say about me too, Andy. We don't always agree with him, but we love listening to him. We don't always agree with Andy, but we love reading him. He is one of the best writers. He's one of the pithiest. Can I use that term for you? Pithiest?
Is that the word of the day?
Pithy. Yeah, that'll be our word of the day.
How do you
Pithy.
spell that?
I
Pithy.
get a lot of mail like that says I'm never, and I have for years, I'm never going to read you again, and then I get the same letter from the same person 5 years later and 10 years later and all those kinds of
We
things.
found the
So,
same thing.
you
Yeah.
get that.
So what do you think is happening to media today, Andy? We've had this discussion in the newspaper industry, the television broadcast industry, the radio broadcast industry. Seems to be that corporations or, in the case of the newspaper industry, consolidation, all of that has kind of thrown out all the pros. And the bad thing about that, I don't have a problem. We're at the end of our careers, and it's time for us to start moving on in some cases. But we need to be there to teach the young people how to do it right. You and I, we depended on the guys, the pros, to teach us the businesses that we went into. And now those guys are no longer in existence. Newspapers are run by 26-year-olds. What's going on?
Well, and the thing is, a lot of those 26-year-olds and 21-year-olds, they're really, really talented people. They really are. But I think to your point, everyone starts at the same place, and they need to learn from watching others do it. So I think this is really unfair to, the people in those positions. But from what I've seen, a lot of them are really, really good journalists. And so I think we'll be in good hands. I think what's changing, obviously, it's because of the internet. But also I think in mid-Michigan, or in mid-Michigan in particular, I think we're kind of ahead of the national curve as far as the decline of media. It's just, media is a very, very expensive business, and I'm certainly not here to defend newspapers or radio or anything like that. I've just spent a lot of time trying to figure out, what the heck. I'm at the top of my game. I've got readers. I was running in 10 papers. I'm now running in 2. But I had readers that, for 30 years in 10 markets. it's really just a lot of economics. I think they're finding it harder and harder to make ends meet, and it's just awful alluring to look at the people who are more at the top end of the pay scale and go, you know what, we can, like in your case, the case of you two, they go, well, other people have lungs, right? That's how they view it. Well, okay, and it's sort of like, a baseball team getting rid of their star number 4 hitter and going, well, you know what, we pay that guy a lot of money, and why don't we just replace him with this guy who might be a lot cheaper, but might someday, hit 50 home runs. Kind of like that.
No kidding. AndyHeller.com. Andy Heller, the great writer on the phone with us this morning. Andy, I'd love to get your thoughts as a Flint area resident on
He should come on with us one morning.
Yeah, anytime. By the way, you're welcome to do that, but he has to drive up from Grambling to do it, so it's a little further. But your thoughts, if you will, on the Flint water crisis.
Oh, boy.
Well, you know what? I mean, I wrote this. This is not, the water crisis itself is not Governor Snyder's fault, okay? It's not. He's not a water chemist. You're not a water chemist. I'm not a water chemist. And believe me, I'm the Libby liberalist Democrat, It's not his fault. But I still think he should resign because of the way he has handled this. They've known since last August. Now, think of all the things that you've done since last August. It took them until media attention in early January before they got off their duffs to do much of anything.
Yep.
Wow.
Back in August, they secretly, quietly sent 15,000 water filters to Flint, which is great, nice, wonderful. But there are 30,000 homes in Flint, residences, with 100,000 people in them.
Right.
Water filters, I have a water filter. It lasts about a month, and then you forget to change it for the next 6 months, right?
Yeah.
It's human nature, and so you're drinking crap water for the next 6 months. So everything that's pouring into Flint right now, great, wonderful. I hear there was just another massive donation of water by Coca-Cola and Nestle and things like that. Wonderful, but imagine if you are living out of water bottles. All the things that you go do, I just got to go rinse my hands. You go to the water bottle. I got to wash my face, water bottle. You go to take a shower, water bottle. You go to have a sip of anything, make coffee, whatever, water bottle. You go through trillions of water bottles, and I cannot even imagine what that's like to live like that.
Yeah, and I can't wait for the environmentalists to show up and say that we can't do it this way because there's too many water bottles now. Here's my next question. Now, you just mentioned about the showers. I think a lot of people are still taking showers even though that water isn't filtered, and there's some indication by some doctors who believe that the aerosolized water is that they're breathing in is maybe what's causing this rise in Legionnaire's disease instances in Genesee County.
Boy.
Yeah, that's a great point. And the thing is, I'll tell you what, Jesse, if that were me, I would get washing out of water bottles with cold water would be like camping.
Yeah.
It really would. I mean, it would last about a day before the charm was gone. And then I guarantee you, if I were living in Flint, I would just, after about a day or two of showering with cold water or cleaning with cold water, I would say to heck with it. I'm just jumping in the shower and toweling off that. I would figure that if I towel off that, it's on my skin longer, less time, and I would be better. But that's the kind of mania that we're at. We're at this stupid point right now.
So we're
So
ready.
the news last night was that a lot of these people are refusing to pay their bills.
I don't blame them.
I don't either,
Yeah.
which is going to put them out of, what did they
They're not
say?
going to have any water, but they don't want the water anyway.
But they,
Yeah, it's insane to have people to pay for your poison. I mean, really, I think I used the line yesterday. That's like saying, we're going to behead you, but you sharpen the guillotine. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense.
ridiculous.
So we're announcing a little bit later this morning Andy Heller's address. If you need to shower, you can go to his house.
What is it, Grog Blow?
Beginning next week. Andy, thanks a lot for spending time with us this morning. And anytime you want to call in,
Anytime, Andy.
and we would love to hear from you regularly, especially if you've got something that you want to get out there and say. I know you do it on your website, AndyHeller.com. That's ANDYHELLER.com, correct?
Oh, it's Andrew. Actually, I always use Andrew, even though no one except my mother when she's mad, or Marsha when she's mad, calls me Andrew. It's just what I've always used to make myself sound more grown-uppy.
Yeah.
AndrewHeller.com. And let me real quick, I'm gonna plug it. What the heck? Come on there. You can subscribe, and the column will get sent to you. I'm full-time, full capacity, writing the column. I've had 12,000 people visit in the first week, and more than 700 sign up. So I'm building that audience statewide, and it's going great guns, and I really hope people will come and check it out.
The best way to build an audience is to put the Johnny and Blondie little app on your website so that they can hear us too on your website.
There you go.
I
That's,
think you should do that, Andrew.
that's Josh, the producer boy, doing his job for us. Thank you, Andy.
Hey, I tell you what, you give me that app, I'll try and stick it on there. This is a one-man shop, so if I can figure out how to do it, I'll do it.
All right,
Send us an email. Josh will do it for you.
We'll have Josh or Blue Thumb Digital get a hold of you. Thank you, Andy.
All right, guys.
Have a great day.
Bye, Andy.
The great Andrew Heller, everybody,
This
AndrewHeller.com.
is sad. I love reading this column.
Yeah, and this is what's happening. Media all over is being decimated. All the pros. And now, look, this is not the natural thing that always happens where people retire and they're going away
No.
and leaving behind the successors that they mentored coming up and
Right.
keeping it in good hands. What's happening now is that the veterans are being chopped out of the system, chopped out of media, and then they're hiring young kids to take their place and
Well,
nobody to train them.
It's a decision that's being made from somebody that's sitting behind a desk in another state that doesn't personally know the people. All they look at is, I can replace that show right there with 4 people or 2 people and save money, and I don't have to pay the benefits, I don't have to pay anything for that. And it's just it's a financial decision, and the people aren't making, even locally here with Rob Clark being like, go from M Life.
Right.
Well, he just gets paid a lot, and we really don't know what he does. Well, in the community, everybody knows what he does.
Well, it's kind of like Johnny and I, or Johnny, just Johnny alone. Somebody from Atlanta, Georgia made a decision to do this to us, and it's like, you have no idea what he not only did on the air, but for the community. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah.
We're going to get to the weather here in a second with Blondie, but I just got a note that icy road conditions between Birch Run and Bridgeport are messing things up. For those of you, this is Michigan's Morning Show, but those of you in the mid-Michigan area right now, we had some snowfall overnight. It's just a light amount, but it is very slick where there's more of it. And southern Saginaw County down through Genesee County, it's the worst of it. And they're saying right now that icy road conditions between Birch Run and Bridgeport have caused a rollover accident on northbound I-75, and that has Bridgeport and Birch Run Fire currently responding to that.
That's a scary little area through there too, when it curves right there at Bridgeport. It's
yeah.
like the worst weather in the state, right there at that curve in Bridgeport. Every time you drive by there, it's like snowing, raining sideways.
There's always an accident there. There are a couple of places in mid-Michigan that have accidents all the time when the road conditions go down, and it's I-75 just south of the Birch Run exit. Both northbound and southbound sides usually have problems, and on US 10 they usually have problems going out towards Midland. Now this morning we've heard nothing on that yet. And by the way, if you see a traffic situation and you'd like to call us, our phone numbers for that as well, 989-414-1208. If you're watching us on Periscope, it's right there in front of you. For those of you listening on JohnnyAndBlondie.com, 989-414-1208. If you want to talk about anything on your mind, that's the number you call. But if you see traffic situations you want to pass on to the rest of our listeners, please make sure you call that number.
Yeah, absolutely.
By the way, Blondie, you weren't here earlier.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Look at your coffee cup, by the way.
What about it?
It's like purple, and you're going to give me crap about that pink hammer right
This
now.
is maroon. I don't know, you colorblind? Are you colorblind?
Maroon?
It's maroon, my friend.
Purple.
That is straight
Purple,
up purple.
maroon, whatever. Yeah, it's not violet. I want to show you the building manager's hammer here, everybody. Look at the size of this little kid's toy.
You brought your own hammer?
Blondie's got a better hammer than Josh
brought
had.
hooks to put that up.
What happened was he was freaking out like he does every 15 minutes before the show, right? Gotta hang that banner, we gotta hang that banner. And these little screws I bought, he couldn't get them in there.
I
So
bought
he
nails.
said, you have a hammer and nails. So I went into somebody else's office and stole that hammer.
And he brought this, and I said,
I brought
again,
one.
do you have a hammer? Because this is a toy.
If I had a
We are paying attention to what you write, I promise. Z9R3GFMA, I don't know what your name is, but is that someone needs to pay attention to what we write.
Folks, the best we can do. We're on JohnnyAndBlondie.com. We're on YouTube.com. We're on Periscope. We can't see and read everything you guys write because we've got other things going on. We're doing our best. If there's something if they're saying the connection is bad, Josh, so we're going to have Josh work on that for you guys, all right? We'll try.
It's not always on our end, but a lot of times it's on your end, you guys.
Yeah, well, but we've been hearing from several people today, so I'm guessing that it might be on our end today. Connection keeps failing. Listening to you from Commerce Township. What is the YouTube URL? Just go to YouTube.com and search for Johnny and Blondie Live, and you will find it. Let's get to a couple of things here I wanted to. Did you have the weather yet? By the way?
My computer keeps logging out on me.
The
So.
camera angle makes my back of my head look like a big old jelly roll. It's not a crack.
Is that a hot dog? You have a hot dog neck?
It is, no, not a neck, but I can see this roll in the back of my head, and it's gross.
Josh, be happy with who you are. I'd rather be fat than sick.
I've never looked at the back of my head before, and it's freaking me out.
Diana writes today, hey, great show. Love seeing you as well as hearing you now.
Thank you.
Now I have my Periscope. You are on my big screen, and better yet, she puts us up on her television screen.
That's not
using.
That's a big
She
neck
put
roll.
Periscope up through Chromecast, and puts it on her television to watch us every morning. I don't know that that's all that wise, but if you're doing it, Diana, good luck. God bless you. And I got a note that I want to get to here in a minute.
What about?
Well, I wanted to wait for Skippy. Skippy, I need that GoFundMe address flashed up there for our Periscope and YouTube viewers.
We have a phone call.
Let's get to the phone call, and then we'll get to that. Don't do it yet, Skip. I'm not talking about it till I talk to this here person. Hi, it's Johnny and Blondie. Hello out there.
Hello there. I know it. It's me, Uncle Max. Listen.
Uncle
I
Max.
had a terrible thing happen. You know, this getting old stuff is not for sissies. You get a little saggy here, a little saggy there. I went to the training salon. I get all brown. I'm going to go home to my wife Naomi, have a little action. I sit down. I start dancing. I raise my hands over my head. I look like a little Jewish zebra. It's not easy being me.
Uncle Max, what's it? Well, it sounds like you're having a great start to the day already. What's going on today? What do you got? Anything big in your schedule today?
Well, I'm going down. A friend of mine is having a bris, and so I've got to go there. And, you know, the nice thing about that is you just tell them, oh, keep the tip, you know? And then they get a little something for it. And you get enough of those things together, you can make a suitcase. It's true.
Thank you, Uncle Max.
You love those things. It's one of those things. Anyway, listen. Have a great day.
Thank you.
I wish you guys, and it's great to have you back on the radio.
Thank you, Uncle Max.
Thanks for calling, Uncle Max.
Have a great day,
Get down
too.
to bed of the day. Bye-bye.
Whatever he said.
Uncle Max might be the nicest person in my family, and that's kind of scary, actually.
I love Uncle Max.
All right, we got a note here, like kind of a sobering note, but I just want to bring it up. My name is Cassandra. I'm out of Elwell, Michigan, and I'm a long-time viewers, and I've followed you from WHNN days to your broadcasting now on JohnnyAndBlondie.com. I'm so happy that you two have been able to bounce back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're dribbling back, but we're not bouncing.
We're not going to lay down and die.
We're all behind you, supporting you, love listening to
Thank
you daily.
you.
I'm emailing you to request a rather sizable favor. My aunt, within just over a week, has been diagnosed with a rapidly growing cancer that's become a large mass in her left lung and has spread further to her liver and lymph nodes. They figured out that she has probably only had the cancer for maybe about 6 months and already been diagnosed as stage 4 terminal. This is absolutely devastating to all of us, and I've set up a GoFundMe account for her, which Skippy is going to put up right now on Periscope as well as on YouTube, if you guys can write it down. And for
We'll
those
put it
of
on
you,
our Facebook page as well.
and for those, yeah, we'll put it up on our Facebook page. It's GoFundMe.com and /Cinda Medical, like Cindy, but Cinda, C-I-N-D-A Medical. Cinda Medical at GoFundMe.com. Cassandra Van Horn Jolik's aunt needs your GoFundMe.
Well, let's hope we can do as well as Oprah Winfrey did there.
Oh my Lord, get this.
Please. That would
Oprah.
be awesome if you guys could do this for her.
Oprah Winfrey made $12 million in about an hour yesterday.
Oh, gosh.
Simply by posting a video about...
You get a video, and you get a video, and you get a video. You all get a video.
It was a video about bread, a 30-second ad for Weight Watchers. She said, this is the joy for me. I love bread. I love bread. I now just manage it. So I don't deny myself bread. I have bread every day. That's the genius of this program. I've lost 26 pounds, and I've eaten bread every single day.
Wow.
Over the next hour, and now they're going to get more because we're giving them publicity too, but over the next hour, and every radio station and every internet show in America is talking
Well,
about
my
this.
point behind giving you the story in any link is go to the GoFundMe account to help that other lady out.
Over the next hour, Weight Watchers shares grew more than 16% after her announcement, according to
Oh, my
MarketWatch.com.
Wow.
Oprah owns just under 6.4 million shares, and that boost earned her $12 million in 1 hour.
Woo, she doesn't have to clip coupons anymore.
That's
Oh,
good.
Oprah.
But that's our future. See, that's where we're headed. This is where this show is headed, folks.
This is the way of the future.
We're gonna do
I
this.
just hope that people sent me some bread. I mean, really.
Oh, I
You
love
just see,
the
like,
toast right now with some bacon. Oh, yeah.
All right. You guys said, I asked you the other day, and of course this weekend is the what do they call it, Pro Bowl weekend.
Yeah.
Which is a kind of a joke of a game. But next weekend is the big one. We're not allowed to call it the Pooper Bowl. We have to call it
The Super
big game.
Thing Bowl?
The big
Okay.
game.
That's
The
next
big game.
weekend?
That is next
It would
weekend.
bring some
Oh my
publicity,
gosh.
though, if they cracked down on us because we said it.
Yeah. It was,
Super Bowl, Super Bowl.
okay, good point by you. Super Bowl, Super Bowl,
Super Bowl.
It's in
Call us.
a week and a half. And I asked you guys the other day, which really bothered me, and I've been bothered ever since by it,
What's that?
about your affinity to sports. And I find out that Josh could care less and you could care
I
less.
don't care less.
What?
I am stuck
True.
here with a
I
bunch
just-
of
That's not
mamby-pamby
true.
wussies, and I can't talk football anymore.
Yes, you can.
I
My
can
thing was
make
at
it.
work, you guys did it ad nauseum. I'm like, oh my God.
Well,
shut
I'm
up.
here to tell you that you guys are in the minority. An annual survey has just come out, and concussions, deflated balls, minor suspensions for horrible domestic abuse caught on tape, none of that has been enough to slow down the NFL. Harris Interactive released the results of their annual survey on the most
All right.
popular sports in America. As always, pro football, solid number one. 33% of people say the NFL is their favorite sport.
I would like to know what's the least.
Well, Major League Baseball was second, and they were 18 points behind that. They were only 15%. 33% said NFL's their favorite. Only 15% mentioned baseball. That was number two.
All right.
Back when the survey started 30 years ago, the NFL only had a 1% lead. It was 24 to 23%.
Right.
College football, by the way, came in third. So football in general, you add it up.
Right.
College football was at 10%. NASCAR was fourth, Blondie, at 6%. To answer your question, the NBA and NHL tied for fifth with 5%. Which is a rough spot for the NBA, which was getting 13% of the vote back in the mid-90s. So they've fallen badly.
You know why? Did I tell you guys yesterday? I turned the TV on Sunday and basketball was on and I don't know who was playing. I almost lost my mind because all I could hear was this.
Oh,
There's-
you did tell me that.
There's shoes on the court. I'm like, God, it was like nails on a chalkboard.
We should point out,
Who listens to this?
Blondie hears everything but what you're supposed to hear. She hears
That's
all the
true.
peripheral sounds. She tunes into peripheral
I
sounds.
do. I don't know what it is.
I don't know either. Crazy stuff.
This is the kind of headline that makes me like football, though. This is fun stuff. One of the Broncos rushers told Sports Illustrated
Yeah.
that he tried to do something to Tom Brady a few times, and he couldn't do it. So instead, he just rubbed his junk on his face.
Wait. Give me, what
Look
part
at
of that
that.
story did you
It's
leave
the whole
out?
story. It's the greatest thing. Read
Tried to
it.
do some stuff, you said.
Yeah,
What
he
is
tried
some
to-
stuff?
He tried to tackle him or lay him or something.
What?
Look at, read that story right there.
All right, so where are we at? Which one?
At the top. Go to the
Top one.
top.
The Denver Broncos defense did a number on the New England Patriots offensive line last week. They
Right.
loved the fact that they were able to push Tom Brady around. Now, one anonymous Broncos rusher told Sports Illustrated, I tried to lay on him a few
Yeah.
times. I tried to rub my junk on his face.
Gross.
He actually said balls, and he didn't mean the kind Brady likes to deflate.
That's wonderful.
A Broncos fan allegedly saw, by the way, in related news, a Broncos fan allegedly saw a Patriots fan walk into a porta potty outside Denver Stadium on Sunday, and then he tipped it over so the guy inside wouldn't get that because it was an opposing fan. There's a video online of the aftermath, by the way, where we see a fallen porta potty and a few people standing around it and looking inside.
That's what football is to me. They're
What?
just like trying to rub up on each other, and it freaks me out. You know that they're doing that all the
See,
time.
again, you sound like somebody that doesn't get the game.
I get the game. Here's what I get about the game: is while other people are watching it, there's always really good food around. That's all I know is that I can eat while they're watching it, and then every now and then I just go, "The Blue Guys, yay!" and everybody else yells, and I feel like I'm part of the team. So
We're gonna have to do like a
Oh my God, I
food
love this.
tour with you. Everything comes
Oh,
back to
yeah.
food for you, doesn't it?
yeah.
It does for me too, even though I can't eat that much. I love it.
Like I said,
The DJ that ate Bay City, Josh
Hey,
Sherrill.
man, I
There you go.
Let's eat.
So,
Keep your ear on the phone. Art Neal's gonna be giving us a call.
Art Neal. Yeah, I thought we were going to hear from James St. James this morning, but maybe not.
Want me to text
Well, yeah, text him and see if he was calling in. We got his tease for the day, so I assumed that meant he was calling, but maybe we're just on his mailing list. I don't know.
The GoFundMe account, she just emailed back in again, the lady for the GoFundMe that we talked about a few minutes ago. She forgot to give the name. Her name is Cinda Manley Brown of Vestry. That's her name that we were talking about.
Yeah, but I said it's Cinda Medical on GoFundMe.com
Yeah.
if you're looking for. CINDA Medical is what you want to search when you go to GoFundMe.com if you'd like to help that family. We want to say hi to our TCT music friends over there, the Party Professionals. They're one of our sponsors for today's show, and they sponsored this half hour of the show. TCT is offering professional DJ entertainment services for weddings and a lot more. They also offer uplighting, karaoke, and more, and a 10% discount to all veterans and special rates to disabled veterans. TCT Music is one of those veteran-owned businesses that we're pushing here on this radio program. TCTmusic.com is their website. So you go to TCTmusic.com and you post that you heard about TCT Music on the Johnny and Blondie show, and you're going to be entered into a drawing to get a half price wedding package. It's an $895 wedding package. They're going to give it to you for half price, under $450 for your wedding package. And you know, that's one of those things that ends up costing a lot of money for brides, and they just as soon get the least expensive one they can get, as long as it's good quality entertainment, and TCTmusic.com is just that. So check out TCTmusic.com or call them if you need to at 989-233-4844. It is, let's see, 7:38 here, and I would like to play, we're featuring on this program, that you're just a new viewer or listener, local music. The mid-Michigan area.
Oh, talent is incredible.
They've gone crazy.
Yeah.
Over the last 20 years, we have had an explosion of original artists in this area. And the best way we can think of to show you that is to play their music on this show. So we're going to have them in as guests, and we're going to be playing some of their recorded music from time to time. And it's not a music show. We do mostly talk here. But every once in a while, we need a break to go to the bathroom, or yell at each other, or fix our hair, or adjust our bra. And
your shirt.
What are you wearing today?
What do you think?
He is crazy, man.
I think you probably should have.
Jimmy Buffett's pissed off. He stole his shirt.
You know why I'm wearing this? This is like a Caribbean vacation shirt, and I feel like we're on vacation. We're out from under the corporate influence and the corporate thumb, and we are on vacation. It's like being on vacation every day, so I wore a vacation shirt today. All right, so the music this morning, today we're going to start with an Allie Louise song, and Josh knows all about these, so I'm going to let him tell you.
The very first one we played at the very beginning of the show today when we came on, I don't know if anybody got to hear it, so maybe we could play it later on again because we were having some issues.
All right.
Gunner and the Grimsley Boys, they're actually from Michigan, right? But they're from like the Grand Rapids area.
Right.
And they started out just as a local band. We brought them to the West Town a few years ago, and they were all so drunk that they don't even remember being here.
Oh, no.
Now that's what you call a country band.
Later on, I saw
But
Gunner.
were they good?
They were wonderful. But he said the West Town, Bay City. I've never played a show in Bay City. Don't know where it is. I said, yeah. I showed him the picture. He goes, I don't remember anything about that. But he's now on Sirius XM. He's on Main Play Radio. He's doing really good. So we should play that song again later on.
All right.
Allie Louise won she competed in a Michigan Idol contest here in Bay City at the Willow, and now she's on Music Row charts for country music. She's moving right up, and it's a great song. I think it's called Getting Old, right?
It's Getting Old by
Oh, hey, I love Getting Old.
Allie Louise.
She's like 15, by the way.
What?
Someone just chimed in, Johnny. Someone just chimed in on YouTube. They want to know who you think is going to win.
They want to know what?
They want to know who you think is going to win this year.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a number? Yes. We'll play the song right now, but yeah, I can't hear. What's that?
She's 15.
She was like 12 when she started this.
Oh my Lord.
Her parents are like Royal Oak area, and she's just done incredible. Music Row, she's like number 2 on the Music Row charts right now in Nashville.
Wow.
Loving this better than the other gigs that Abby Simmons on Periscope.
Well, what?
Love this better than the other gigs.
Good morning. Yeah, good. Thank you.
You want to let that music go play out of the song, and then play the speaker over the top.
Yeah.
I want an audio not on.
Yeah. Can I move it up by just dragging it?
Yeah.
Bust it loose. Just flick it, drag it.
Yeah. Well, the boogie woogie does make a match. So that way, if you just take that as a system,
And I can put any of these over it.
any of these, or any of these over here too.
Okay, let me do that today.
And then we can just fade out into that.
What?
We can just fade out into that after.
All right, yeah. How do I fade?
Just turn it on. And then I'll turn it back on.
Yeah, but that's me too. No? Okay. Oh, that's right. Stop here.
Unless it's
Heart's gonna call right now. Woo!
Listen to Johnny and Blondie weekdays starting at 6:30 a.m. on JohnnyAndBlondie.com.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
You're listening to JohnnyAndBlondie.com, and you're watching us on Periscope and YouTube. Soon we're going to be on Facebook Live. Keep listening for an opportunity to do that. We'll be telling you more about it when the time comes up. Here he is. We're going to find out what he thinks about the Super Bowl. It's none other than the passionate, crazy man himself, Arthur Neal. Art Neal, good morning.
Hi, Art.
Hey, good morning, Johnny and Blondie. Could you guys just play for like, just give me 15 seconds here. I'm not going to give you dead air. I'm not going to, I'm not going to mar all the great things you guys have done the last 2-3 weeks. Just 15 seconds right here, let's get us something.
We got to get you a better phone, my
He's
friend.
in the bathroom. I'm
There
sure
is
he is.
something, every time, everybody's call is crystal clear. When you call, it's just really hard to hear you.
Where are you?
Well, I might just have to flush the toilet. Do you agree with that?
All right, Sports on the John with Art Neal. Hey, I am looking at this, and I just want to get your opinion on this because somebody on our Periscope app and on YouTube have asked us who we think is going to win the Super Bowl. Now, originally, I thought we'd have Cam Newton going up against Tom Brady in New England, and I was all about Cam Newton upsetting Tom Brady because I think Cam Newton is so incredibly talented. But now I've got to, even though I still think Cam Newton is probably going to be winning this thing, I've got to be pulling for Peyton Manning. I'm thinking about John Elway. Peyton Manning, because he's so old. Do we have to pull for him because he's the old guy?
You don't have to do anything you like. I mean, if that were the case, everybody would be pulling for you, Johnny.
Oh! Thanks a lot, Art.
No, you know what? Look, it's a great story, right?
Right.
And we thought that New England was going to win, and we thought Carolina was going to win, blah, 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 blah. I will tell you this. By the way, can you hear me?
Yes,
can you
better
hear me
now. You talk a little bit slower, and you're talking better into the microphone. You sound a little better, yes.
Wow. Yeah, okay.
How long were you on television? I've got to give you mic courtesy kind of lessons here, mic professional lessons.
No, I got the phone away from my pie hole, and I can look. It's a smartphone. Anyway, look. Here's the deal. If Denver can do Cam Norton, if they can make life miserable for him on defense, and they got great pass rushers, DeMarcus Ware, Von Miller, blah blah blah.
Right.
I mean, look, Tom Brady was pounded more than a porn queen on Sunday, okay?
Right.
So if they do that kind of thing to Cam Newton, although I don't know, then Denver's got a chance anyway. These are NFL.
Well, but it's the defense. It's the
Look, the only way Manning is going to win this game, like, oh yeah, it's going to happen because it's going to be a storybook ending. The only way that could happen is if somebody gets to this NFL game the way they get to rigging those Australian tennis machines. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, that's strange, isn't it? Who knew that you could bet on tennis and you could put the fix in on it? Who knew?
I gotta tell you, look, who would want to fix a tennis play? Sure, anybody who likes to get the edge, pays somebody off,
That's not alleged. I really believe that crap's going on.
Well, they suspended.
You're not going to get. I'm kidding. You're not going to get to an NFL game. You're not going to get to a Super Bowl. There's too much surveillance. There's too much on the up and up. It's too tight. I'm just kidding.
I don't believe that for a minute. I believe you could get to a player. I think that's doable, don't you?
What's doable?
Get to a player and have him throw the Super Bowl. You know, you get.
No. Okay, now look. When you say it's doable, all right. Well, anything is probably doable. If you're going to go to a player, who are you going to go to? You don't have to name a name, but who would you go to rig a Super Bowl?
Well, you'd have to
I wouldn't go to a player. If it was a basketball game, I wouldn't go to a player. I'd go to the referee.
You know, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, look, with Tom Brady and Manning and these guys making millions and millions a year, how much you got to come with to these guys to make them even think about it? Forget it. It can't be done. It's not going to happen. I don't even know why we're talking this.
Thank you, Arthur.
Yes. Hey, I want to know what you guys are doing, but at another time, another place. But best of luck to you. We all love you. May you continue doing this wonderful thing.
Thank
I'll
you.
call you later, bud.
We'll talk.
Take care. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
The great Art
He
Neal.
literally scares me.
Why?
I don't know. He just seems like you and him in a room together would just be like disastrous.
First
Can you
time.
imagine the two of them in a car driving
Oh,
somewhere?
I can't talk about Johnny driving. No, I'm not doing it.
The Art Neal. The first time I met him was 1980.
He's crazy.
He's
Nin-
crazy.
1980 at the Buick Open. We used to do our radio show right from behind the ninth green at the Buick Open. We were in the earlier days of the Buick Open before it became a huge tournament. It was still a pretty big tournament. We were doing it right there. We had our trailer, our remote studios from the old WTRX 1330 down in the Flint area.
Wow.
And we would broadcast it. We had Chichi Rodriguez on, Chichi Rodriguez, Arnold Palmer. A number of folks were on with us, and we were in prime position there at the Buick Open. So this kid, I see what looks like a kid running, and I was new to the Flint area, so I didn't know who Art Neal was.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked like a kid to me, but he is today, very slender and very tall.
Uh-huh.
But he was also very tan, and I mean black. And I said to my partner at the time, Doug Fisher, I said, "Who's that little black guy over there that's running towards our trailer?" He said, "That's not black, that's Art Neal."
Tan.
Art used to go to the tanner. I think he probably still does. I do.
It sounded like he was in the tanner when he started calling himself.
I think he lives in the tanner. Or did back in those days. He was TV guys in general were doing that. They would go to these tanners every day, and they would get just dark.
Yeah.
And Art was one of those. He kind of is an olive-skinned guy to begin with, so he really would get dark. We want to shout out today to another one of our veteran-owned businesses. This is a disabled veteran-owned business called Watchdog Tactical.
All right.
Big sponsors of this portion of the morning show. Let me tell you, here's their website, wdtactical.com. You need to go there if you are a gun owner. And a lot of new gun owners out there right now looking for concealed.
Hand in the air.
Exactly, looking for concealed carry holsters and mag holders and things like that. And these guys make them. And by the way, they only employ veterans at this business. So you can support them by going to wdtactical.com. They have free shipping. And online, by the way, online is the best way to get a hold of them, wdtactical.com. They even sell some hoodies online too, but they're big into the holsters and the mag holders and all of those kinds of things for your guns. Check them out, wdtactical.com. Sponsors of the JohnnyAndBlondie.com broadcasts here.
They have a great logo too. It would look awesome on a hoodie. You should see their logo. So check that out.
All righty, I will. It is 7:50 here. Do we have a look at the weather forecast now?
I could do that for you. Today you are looking in the mid-Michigan area at generally cloudy skies with a few flurries or snowflowers.
Snowflowers. You know, the little things you plug in your wall.
We're reinventing everything here, even the terminology for weather.
I don't feel good. Cut me some slack. Some snow showers are possible today. High around 31 tonight. Cloudy with snow showers, mainly during the evening. A low around 27. And tomorrow, snow showers again. Variable clouds with snow showers. High of 36. I don't have the current temps possible. Do you have those up there?
I'm sorry, I don't. It was 40 earlier. Do you have a current temp for us by any chance, anybody? We'll get
While
Skippy
you
out
do
of here.
that, Friday, partly cloudy skies, sunshine and a cloud mixture, high of 27. It's going to be chilly. I'm kind of worried for the Frankie Lake Snowfest people.
It's ice sculptures. How can it be too cold for ice?
No. You want it to be cold.
Well, we were warming up the other day, so I'm kind of scanning ahead to see.
Yeah, you don't want it warm.
High of 42 for
yeah,
Saturday.
that's not good. That's not good.
44 for Sunday,
Yeah.
and with some rain. Ooh, boy.
Yeah, and we've had that at Snowfest before. It's still a great time. You're going to come down, you're going to party, and Tiffany's is going to be jamming, and people are going to be all over the streets, and there's music and fun. But yeah, the snow sculptures lose a lot of definition in that warmer weather, and especially when it rains. Skippy, you got a current temp?
We've got a high of
the Bay City.
28 in Midland, and somebody in Bangor Township said the road is extremely slippery.
Okay. Currently.
Slow down.
Currently, Skip?
27 in Bay City.
27?
I'm reading off Periscope here.
All right.
Just tell us where the temperature is where you
It's
are.
currently 29 in the Tri-Cities. It is 30 in Flint.
All right, and across Michigan this morning to the southern half of the lower peninsula, you're going to be running into some possible snow and icy conditions on between Bridgeport and Birch Run on I-75.
It's winter. It's January.
There's an accident.
Cautious.
But you're going north, it doesn't seem like the snow is as bad right now.
It was, like what she said in Bangor Township, it looked great when I walked out my door this morning, and then I turned out of the road and I was like facing the house. I'm like, oh my.
Oh no, really?
It was bad out there.
Say, somebody said heading to Delta soon, any traffic updates?
Just take your time, be cautious.
It's not as bad around the Delta College area as it is going south. You get down to the southern Saginaw County around Birch Run and going down into Bridgeport, it's bad there, and you get down into Clio, it's kind of bad. So
Just set your cruise control.
There you
Just
go.
let go of the wheel. That's all.
No, do not set your cruise control in bad weather. Bad idea.
Let Jesus take the wheel. Exactly.
Yeah, bad idea.
Cruise control, let it go.
Here is
Slow down.
another hilarious story. Here's another picture for you to put up on YouTube and on Periscope for us, Skippy.
Skippy the worker, by the way.
He is.
This
I
guy,
wish I had money to pay you, bud.
I don't know his first name, but he's Sonia Martinez's husband,
Alright.
or Sonia Martinez's son. His name Martinez is all they say in this story I have. But he
Bill?
died. He died. He was
Oh,
like
Bill.
32 years old.
Aw.
He died, and what they did is they had him embalmed and sitting up at a poker table.
Oh no, oh my God. Skippy, put that picture back up.
Friends and family
Oh, God.
posed for pictures with the deceased as if they were poker playing partners of his at that same table. And so
Oh.
everybody who came to the wake, instead of going up to the casket and folding your arms and saying prayers and nice things to the widow and the mother, they were going sitting down at the poker table looking like they're playing poker and everybody's taking
That
pictures.
is so wrong.
I don't-
If I ever died, just lay me like right here and just do a show just with me here. Would you do that?
We could
No.
do that.
Yeah.
No,
See, look,
that's not
but you
right.
get, it always looks like Weekend at Bernie's. though,
Those
'cause
are the same people I thought that I would see around the table.
Oh, that is so disturbing.
I like it.
I don't.
You guys, if you're listening to us
I
on
don't even
Johnny,
want an open casket at my funeral.
listening to us on JohnnyAndBlondie.com, you're going to want to look that one up. You're just going to look for the story about the Puerto Rican man who plays poker at his own wake.
Oh.
I'm terrified of people just dressing me up in like a suit and tie. That's not what I wear. Like, don't let them do that to me.
No.
No, I just want to.
Prop
I don't want
me
to wear
up.
one of your shirts though, but I
It's
just want to
so
wear
gross.
something.
I've
Prop
always
me.
said to my kids, when I die, if you're going to have an open casket, which I don't want, I'd rather have a party. If you kids do not pluck that chin hair from me, I will haunt you for the rest of your life. And I
Not only
see-
will they not pluck it, they're going to dye it black so it sticks up.
Exactly. That's my kids. They're going to go, Mom's going to think this is funny. No, I'm not.
Prop me up by the jukebox when I'm gone.
Pluck my chin hair, please.
Buttheads today. This is a Wednesday after all, so we've been doing Butthead basically every day since we started this new program
Because we are buttheads.
there are so many stupid people in the world, and it's sometimes hard to just do them all in one day. Here's a couple of great stories. Indianapolis, witnesses say a naked man
Ooh.
wandered into traffic on Interstate 465 in Indianapolis on Monday and was promptly hit by a 2003 Toyota sedan driven by Blondie. No, driven by a
Johnny Burr.
76-year-old woman who probably was like, whoa, I'm hitting the jackpot here, baby. He was taken to a local hospital. Drugs and or alcohol are suspected, like we even need to say that. Probably the closest the woman has been to a naked guy in decades, but we don't know. But the 76-year-old woman and the man apparently are going to recover just fine. although the 76-year-old woman is asking that the man recover in her home. So I don't know what the story is on that. And another what the Florida story for you this morning out of University Park in Florida. Blondie, listen carefully to this. A disgruntled, we mentioned this earlier on the show, you weren't here yet, and I'm bringing this up because of you. A disgruntled Burger King worker says he stole all of the chicken nuggets from the restaurant on his last day. He posted a pair of pictures.
Be careful what you say. There's a lawsuit pending. Okay.
He posted a pair of pictures on Twitter page the other day, showing a large bag of nuggets, nuggets buckled into the passenger seat of the car.
Johnny was driving, apparently. The nuggets even though I'm putting my seatbelt on for this.
I told you, you have now become officially the chauffeur
I'm sorry,
of Johnny
keep going,
and Blondie.
I'm sorry, keep going.
I want a black Escalade, and I want us to never get in even the front seat with you. You are driving from now on. You are now our chauffeur.
Get on the Burger King story. I'm sorry for bringing that back up. I know it's a sensitive issue for me.
Well, just think about it. You steal, it's your last day at work. You know, you're trying to do something, you know, to kind of leave a message, if you will.
I'll show you.
Stealing nuggets would cost Burger King like what, $10?
It's like
So,
stealing a load of ramen noodles.
now, if you're more like Blondie, now, Blondie, you wouldn't tell him?
No.
About the glitter bomb?
Well, it probably already happened. So go
I'm
ahead.
sure it happens.
Go ahead, tell them.
When we left, like 5 minutes after our show that Friday morning, we were allowed to come back the following day to empty our office.
Well,
Thank
they
you.
watched us like we were going to steal the silverware.
Which is all this junk that we're giving away on the show
Yeah.
here, by the way.
It's
It's all
all
junk
yours.
from our clubhouse/office that
Right.
we had for all those years. Anyway, so Blondie, we found in the process a bag of glitter. And Blondie took the cabinets and opened all the doors of all the cabinets up and put glitter on the top of them so that when they went to close them, they would get glitter bombed.
But
Boom!
But the problem is you said this too. You know that the upper management aren't touching that, right?
I
So
thought,
you
no,
stuck
I got,
it with the cleaning guy.
I got home and I went, oh my God, Tommy's got to clean that, and I love Tommy.
Yeah, that was a...
Do you have Tommy's phone number?
If Tommy, if you're listening, I'm so sorry.
Tommy, call us and tell us what that was like.
I'm
989-414.
so sorry. I'll come back tonight and help you clean it up, buddy.
There's another Florida story too for butthead.
All right.
Woman with no pants. She jumped out of the truck while driving in Florida
No
over the weekend.
pants.
Some people called 911, then the cops pulled over the guy driving it, right?
Right.
Apparently they had a fight, which doesn't explain why she doesn't have pants on, obviously. But people were recording it. If I tell you right now, if I see a woman with no pants running down the street, my first instinct is I'm not going to record her. I'll call 911, I promise.
You call, yeah, sure, you
call
will.
911.
Okay, sure.
No, that's a Facebook moment. You got
Whoa.
or a that's a
Periscope
viral,
that, yeah.
Periscope moment. I hated that they treated you guys that way. I would have done the glitter bomb and more probably. Said Amber Salmons, I think. Trying to read you guys on Periscope here this morning.
So Florida with no pants.
I would honestly, I would take pictures. I can't even lie.
You
I would
would?
just
I
video
know
the
you
whole
would.
deal, yeah.
President Obama says politics has gotten meaner since he took office. Well, duh.
Duh. He hasn't done anything except get meaner.
And of course the Republicans responded, it has not, Dilweed.
He has two.
Let's see, what else is going on? Rick Perry has endorsed Ted Cruz for president. Donald Trump says he doesn't care, but that thing on his head did growl. By the way, speaking of Donald Trump, he is pulling out of the final Fox debate.
He's pulling out.
I think it's a
Oh,
bad...
well, that's not going to be good.
I think it's a bad idea, and he's saying that the reason he is pulling out of the debate is because Megyn Kelly is once again involved in the debate, and he does not like her. He says she is terrible. Why? What?
She attacked him.
She did not attack him. She was the host of the moderator of the.
She attacked him.
She was the moderator of a debate that week.
Tried to stir the pot.
No, he was the one all she did was read him his quotes. She read him his quotes about women. That's all she did. I don't see how that's what a news person's supposed to do. That's what a
lives off
debate
of
moderator is
this
Well,
supposed to do.
he feeds off
He
of it,
feeds off
yeah.
of it, so him not going to the debate because he doesn't like Megyn Kelly is another way for him to get. Now, let me tell you that I have to admit that I'm kind of a Trump fan myself,
Yeah.
right? But him not going to that debate because of Megyn Kelly is just another way to get another news. And he's kind
Yeah,
of brilliant with
but
it,
it's
honestly.
also another way to tick off women voters. And I think
He's already done that, though. Not a woman in this world loves Donald Trump. I'll tell you that
Do you know
right
what's
now.
funny about it?
Find me one.
For me personally, I love the things he says. I hate the way he says them. I don't want him to be president, though.
yeah.
It's kind of like Johnny, though. We love the things he says. It's just the way that you say them.
Right.
Maybe.
But I don't want him to be president.
I don't want you to be president either. So.
I think I just came up with your nickname.
Did you?
Dick.
I love Dick! Oh,
More
that's
road
awesome.
reports coming into M13
Oh, God.
north now. It's starting to get a little icy as well.
All right, folks, it's icing up now, apparently. With the temperatures hovering right around freezing and all of this light precipitation on the
Right.
roads, which turns immediately to water when you run over it with your tires, and then when you're past it, it freezes up. That's what's causing
I'm a
this.
little scientist over here.
Multiple accidents. And
Yeah.
You are kind of a scientist,
I'm
aren't you?
13.
I am. I'm not really a scientist, but I slept at Holiday Inn Express.
That's all that matters.
Their political speeches, it says, can now be written by artificial intelligence, or as Donald Trump proved, by non-existent intelligence. A barrel of oil. You wouldn't know it, by the way, by the price of gas, which went up 30-some cents this week, and I can't
What
figure
happened?
out why.
I'm at a gas station, it's $1.40 something, and I go up the road 3 blocks and like $1.70 something.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
And pretty much after they all adjusted up, it was $1.70, 77, $1.79. Well, a barrel of oil, though, is now cheaper than one salmon, although it's still worth more than the New England Patriots 2016 AFC Champions t-shirt. But yeah,
Right.
a barrel of oil is now what, under $30?
Yeah. As long as it's not over. I mean, we just recently we were paying almost $4 a gallon.
Yeah.
Shop
Yeah.
is $1.70 any day.
Well, I'm just saying, I think even though the future of oil right now is murky on the commodities exchange, I'm thinking it might be a good buy now.
To buy into oil.
Yeah, I mean, it cannot stay at 20, even if it goes down to 16, folks, it cannot stay there. I mean, this is oil we're talking about, folks, and it's got to go back up. And this is the same oil we were talking about a couple of years ago being $120 a barrel, remember?
Yeah.
$110 or whatever it was.
There's reports though of less than $1 a gallon by summer.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm all
Could be.
about that.
So it may not be that close.
It'd be fine on the one hand, it puts a lot of other people out of work on the other hand.
Obviously, if you have money, you do what you want.
Well,
But
we
none of
don't.
us here buying oil. Let me tell you that.
We're out of work, so.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. Somebody want to loan us some money to buy some oil.
Buy a couple of gallons, I guess.
I don't even have a barrel to put it in. So
$31.45. That's what they said.
$31.45, so it's back up a little bit then. All right.
That's neat.
Somebody's making noise over there.
It's huge,
I did it. I'm sorry.
Alrighty. There's still a law in the books in Arkansas that are in the news this morning. It's a law that says it's illegal to mispronounce the name of Arkansas. In other words, you can't say Arkansas.
Oh, come on.
Damn it.
Luckily, it's not illegal to misspell it, or the whole damn state would be a prison. But yeah.
Arkansas!
And if you were wondering if breakfast all day was working for McDonald's, it's working well. Sales at McDonald's were up 5.7% last quarter.
Which doesn't seem like a lot until you're McDonald's.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, 5.7% of
Exactly.
$1 gazillion is a lot of money.
Like
Lot of booze.
we're up here like 5.7%, but it doesn't
Yeah.
really equate to McDonald's numbers.
Analysts are crediting the increase on serving breakfast all day, or they said it's either that or Josh. They're not sure. Experts now recommend all adults get screened for depression. They said that every adult has a little bit of depression going on. Everybody should be screened to find
Hand
out.
in the air.
Yeah, particularly the adults who find themselves in a theater showing Ride Along 2. I heard that movie just really bites.
Oh, Steve Bostic's watching us this morning.
Yeah,
Right,
remember the
right,
right-size smoothie guy?
Morning, Steve.
Steve Bostic is listening to us down in Atlanta this
Smoothie?
morning. Yeah, Right Size Smoothie, the guy that was on was selling Right Size Smoothies
You
all
remember
over
Right
television
Size?
for years. He sold the company, so now what's he
Yeah.
doing? Just sitting down there by his pool, probably. Hi, Steve.
His smoothie-filled pool.
Yes, yeah.
I
You're gonna
took the
dive
smoothie
into
when I
your
left.
smoothies today.
Before he sold, he just stole all the smoothies.
He also was with Restaurant.com at one time, wasn't he?
I believe he
I think he was. He's
Steve, you should give us a call.
I don't know what his
Tell us
latest
what you're up
internet
to.
venture is, but Steve Bostic is one of those internet guys that comes up with some really cool ideas for the
Too
internet.
cold, Steve.
He should market us. We have Steve Bostic marketing us. We're
Yeah.
going to go viral.
Call us, Steve.
The guy is
Get
awesome.
on it.
Yeah, here's our phone number, Steve, 989-414-1208. We'll let you push whatever your new thing is.
Yeah.
If you'll call us and offer us a job or some money. Just pay us money. Just give us some money. That's all we need, right?
Somebody said guest folks walked out of Daniel Radcliffe's new movie.
I didn't know he had it.
I didn't either. Let me look that up.
I have heard about it, but I don't remember much more than just that he was in a new movie.
Hard to be him.
Wasn't he on Broadway doing naked stuff?
Yeah, it was a very strange. I don't know if it was Broadway, but it may have been in London. But he had to appear nude on stage, and I think at one time with a horse, he had to appear
Yes,
nude
there
with
was
a
a
horse.
horse, yeah.
It was very weird.
He appeared as a horse?
No, he appeared nude with a horse. The horse was nude, by the way, too.
I've seen that video.
Everybody says we're better. This guy that was watching us on Periscope says we're better than the Bob and Tom show now.
Well, they don't have Bob and or Christy anymore, do they?
No, they don't. They lost Bob and they lost Christy. Yeah. So the Johnny and Blondie show is still together, though, folks. JohnnyAndBlondie.com.
In that situation, I would be Christy, wouldn't I? You would be Bob.
No,
she
you'd
would
be Chick.
Sam. Chick, thank you.
Chick. Yeah. He even looks a little bit like Chick.
I've
Chick
never
McGee.
It says Daniel plays a dead guy who farts and his equipment is always ready. Oh boy.
What?
Gross.
No, somebody's making that up. Come on.
No, that's what I'm reading on the internet
Really?
too, yep.
Is there a way to get audio-only version of this show? Go to JohnnyAndBlondie.com. JohnnyAndBlondie.com. It's all spelled out, JohnnyAndBlondie.
Or download the app, tune in, and search Johnny and Blondie Live.
Yeah, that's another straight audio app.
I listened to us in the car yesterday.
Yeah, you take it in your
All
car.
day.
If you hook it up on your with your Bluetooth in your car, as a lot of people are doing with their smartphones, you'll be able to hear the show right on your car speakers that way. So you use the TuneIn Radio app, or just go to the web browser on your smartphone and tune in JohnnyAndBlondie.com.
Also, in really important news, Channing Tatum's goat died.
Oh no!
The goat that he got as a pet just recently died.
He got a
He got
goat
a,
as a
yeah, it
pet?
actually made national headlines, him getting a goat as a pet, and now it's
Hi.
the goat.
No.
Oh no.
Channing Tatum. I thought
Damn
you
cute
were talking about us.
No, well, Skippy, yeah.
All right, here is the story. It's called, it says here, Farting Corpse Film, and I just lost it for some reason. Farting Corpse Film.
Here's Paul.
And this is apparently the latest Daniel Radcliffe film. Farting Corpse Film, Swiss Army Man.
This is
Is that the
Harry
name
Potter,
of it?
by the way.
Swiss Army Man is the name of the film then, I guess?
Yes.
And he said it's exciting using farts to make people super uncomfortable. The Harry Potter star added, I loved the physical challenge. Could this be the weirdest story to ever come out of Sundance Festival? Is
Very
what-
strange. You went from Harry Potter to a farting dude?
It tells the story of a man who befriends a corpse. The corpse is played by Daniel Radcliffe, the Harry Potter star. Harry Potter plays a dead guy in this. It's like
Alright.
Weekend at Bernie. If you read the headlines, they're just amazing. I couldn't have written them better myself, the film's co-director Daniel Kwan said while speaking to the Hollywood Reporter. I love that it's this perverse and mad, according to Radcliffe. It's exciting, to be honest, using farts other than comedy, like using them for plot and emotion and making some people super uncomfortable. There's something wonderful about it.
Weird.
I am getting the feeling
Yeah.
that there's going to be interaction between this corpse, and the corpse's answer to that interaction is going to come in the form of a fart. You have to interpret what the fart is. Is that what they're saying here?
I don't know.
He said, I'm a geek, I'm obsessed with cricket. What a disappointment I must be to fans who meet me, apparently cricket being the sport he's talking about here. The 26-year-old actor went on to say how he loved the physical challenge of playing the corpse.
Wow.
I loved seeing how painful I could make things look. The script was great, original, and exciting, and completely mad, and unlike anything else I've ever done or read. That sounds like a Tim Burton kind of a film or something, doesn't it?
Be the kind of line I would get though. The role in the movie, they're like, you're gonna play a dead guy.
But you get to fart.
Just play there and fart.
Weird.
All righty, we mentioned it at the outset of the show, but it is Chocolate Cake Day, and we know what that means. It means that if you have chocolate cake in your house, you're supposed to bring it to us in the
Get
studio.
in my belly. Oh, I forgot. I made you guys bean soup yesterday. I forgot to bring it.
Where?
I'll bring it tomorrow.
We could have done the whole farting show here.
Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow.
Punch the Clock Day, a day to calmly do your job stress-free, then go home and enjoy your real life. Thomas Crapper Day, we mentioned earlier today. Vietnam Peace Day, we also mentioned earlier today. International Mobile Phone Recycling Day and International Holocaust Remembrance Day today. It is 8:10. There are some icy conditions in the greater mid-Michigan area this morning, so just be aware of that. Be aware of that fact. Randy Howell.
I think so. Randy. Happy birthday, Randy.
You know who else has a birthday today?
No.
In radio today?
Who?
Dave Howell. Dave Howell.
Oh, SGW.
WSGW.
Happy birthday.
Dave Marr. Dave Marr's birthday today. Dave Marr's birthday today. Dave, if I heard this right, has the same, his brother and his sister were all born on the same date but different years. His brother and his sister, all born on the same day but different years.
That was my mom and her sister and my grandma all had the same day. Yep.
Isn't that wild?
It was Randy Lewis, whoever Randy Lewis is. It's not that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Randy Howell, no. It said the fill-in guy.
Yeah, it said Randy Lewis, the fill-in guy.
They mean Randy Howell then, because they just get the name wrong, is my guess. That would be my best guess. So maybe it is Randy Howell's birthday today. So for your birthday, Randy, you have to bring us cake, though. It's a little different.
I mean, you live like 2 streets over, Randy.
Yeah,
so.
you're just around the corner from the studio where we're broadcasting this morning. Let's play another song, Josh.
Okay.
Another local artist. As you guys have been hearing, we're featuring local artists on this new version of the JohnnyAndBlondie.com radio show. And the local artists will occasionally be in here doing some acoustic stuff with us,
Right.
and occasionally they're recorded stuff. And today we're going to be featuring Joey Atchison here. So if you can tell me a little bit about Joey.
Joey also played around here for a long time, played in some Michigan Idol competition. Now he's in Nashville working for a publishing house, and he's doing some writing for artists like Chris Young and some other big artists in Nashville, and then playing the scene in Nashville as well. So the song is She Doesn't Know. Is that the name of the song?
She Doesn't Know, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great song by Joey Atchison. Coming up after the song, too, a story about Shaquille O'Neal. Have you seen that story about him playing in the street with the kids?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have that story next. JohnnyAndBlondie.com. Here's Joey Atchison.
I'm just going to turn. For some reason, the mic still keeps going, so I just turned it down. Yeah, I turned them down so that they can.
Also, the switches aren't working. I'm off the curve. But she doesn't know about the way I feel how I dream about her every night. Yeah, she doesn't know that this isn't so country. Right with me and I just want to make her mine. Try to explain, but I don't know where to start. I've never felt this way before. I try to talk, but I fall apart. I'm just me, she's so smart. Why can't she see it in my eyes? JohnnyAndBlondie.com. She doesn't know about the way I feel and how I dream about her every night. Yeah, she doesn't know that she looks right to me, and I just want to make her mine. About a minute left. You've got weather, right? She's got eyes blue as the sky. Father knows that sound no lies, and I can't breathe when I'm with her. She doesn't know about the way I feel and how I dream about her every night. Yeah, she doesn't know that she loves right to me.
Like 2 days to 2 days.
Just for Bay City or?
Sound no lies, and I can't breathe when I'm with her.
Oh, I love that.
That guy's good.
Awesome.
Joey Atchison, another great local artist here.
Beautiful.
And apparently he's like beautiful for the women.
Yeah. Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, they look you up.
Joey Atchison is Atchinson, the artist there, and we're going to be featuring a lot of this local stuff because as we've said, the last 20 years in this market, in this area of Michigan, we have had an explosion of talent, and there are a lot of national scouts flying around, going to bars and stuff around here, looking for people, record people, and some of them we're hearing under the in back rooms and stuff where they whisper this stuff. Some of them have some contracts coming up maybe very soon. Some of the ones that you're hearing in the bars right now are going to be going to Nashville. They're going to be going elsewhere.
Well, Josh and I went out Saturday night to Scott Baker's birthday bash, and the artists were phenomenal.
So we're going to ride this wave. Nobody else is playing this music but us.
Well, terrestrial radio is not allowed to play their music.
Right.
We can. So come to us. Send us an email at JohnnyAndBlondie@gmail.com, and we'll get you on.
It's going to be a lot of fun dealing with these new artists. And we're going to probably do some sort of festival with them sometime coming up soon, too. So keep listening to us every day about that. Tell all your new, your artists, your original artist friends. We're not looking for cover bands here. We're looking for
cover bands. We need original music.
Exactly. So if you would, get with us by going to JohnnyAndBlondie@gmail.com and suggesting people, we'll start to have. Josh is really plugged into this scene, so he's going to be handling the talent coordination for the show.
And by the way, it's not just musicians, which we're looking for, but we're looking for local talent.
Yeah.
Comedians, artists. You've got some unique hobby or talent, send us an email. We're going to put you up. Everybody's going to want you. So
Especially
please.
you want to build a stable of comedians. We'd like to have them.
Yeah.
Rob Little's going to be on there
I think the 10th.
the
February
10th, okay, before he moves to New York City. So, and Norm Stoltz will be in here, but there's a lot of local talent out there.
Somebody was asking on Periscope, Joey Atchison, and they spelled it the right way. Yes, that is correct. It's Joey Atchison.
What's he look like?
He's
like beautiful, I think, and I think he's beautiful.
Now you're creeping me out, Josh.
Well, she asked me.
I've got two things over here. I can't look him up, so.
I'll find him for you.
Coming up on 18 minutes past the top of the hour here, we'll have an office joke coming up as we end the show around 8:30 again this morning. We want to remind any potential sponsors to please reach out to us by sending an email to JohnnyAndBlondie, all spelled out, all one word, .com. JohnnyAndBlondie@gmail.com is the email address. JohnnyAndBlondie@gmail.com. You can find our website at JohnnyAndBlondie.com. You can find us on Periscope and YouTube by searching for Johnny and Blondie Live, and soon, same thing on Facebook, but we don't have that hooked up yet.
Facebook is taking a while.
Yeah, we got verified a day and a half ago, and they still are taking their time.
Yeah. If you go to our Facebook page right now, though, Skippy posted the video of Shaquille O'Neal. Basically, the cops got called on these kids playing out in the road. They're playing basketball. Right. The police got called, and the police officer just got out of his car and said, "I don't care if you guys play out here. You're not harming anything," and started playing basketball with them. Well, he said, "I'm going to come back again. We're going to do this again, and I'm going to bring some backup. We're going to get a game going." Well, Shaq heard about it, right? And Shaq ended up calling the police department, come in. And he said, I brought some backup, we'll see how it works. And you just see Shaq get out of this Escalade, right? And he's huge, and all these kids are just freaking out. And Shaq set up, he played with them out on the road for what the report said for about an hour or so. He played out on the road with them, offered him a free throw contest, $100 a piece. And, the one kid got into free throw line, he missed. He's like, move a little closer. So he ended up spending like $1,400 on these kids and just had a real cool pep talk.
Cool.
Isn't he a cop now?
Shaq?
Isn't Shaq? He was at one time.
Yes, he was.
Can you imagine getting pulled over by Shaq?
He's a cop.
No, what he does is, he is a cop, but for a while he was doing undercover surveillance. He was doing online
How can you be
predators.
undercover?
How do you hide when you're...
He was looking at online predators.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, he was doing that stuff.
Yes.
Oh, he was trolling the internet for the idiots.
Right.
He'll be on Jimmy Kimmel.
He's a reserve officer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Shaq will.
Fill-in guy says he's a reserve officer. So, he's going to be on Jimmy Kimmel Live tonight?
Jimmy Kimmel, yeah.
All right, be looking for
Jimmy
Shaq.
Kimmel.
Shaq O'Neal's a very entertaining guy. We used to bet a bottle of beer on whether he would make a free throw or not.
Really?
If you were watching the game with Shaq, because he was not a very good free throw shooter. So the game was if Shaq made a free throw, you would choose before the game started. If he made the free throw, you'd have to drink, or if he didn't make the free throw, you had to take sides. And so you sit there watching the game, and if you miss a free throw and you're one of the ones that lose, then you have to take a whole beer. We would get smashed.
Oh, boy.
But the guy was never very good at throwing foul shots up there. Groundhog Day coming soon. Come on, spring. Yeah, well, look, this weather that Blondie has. Let's check that weather forecast again. The weather forecast actually is mild, isn't it?
Well, today we're looking at cloudy skies. A few flurries or snow showers are possible. High around 31 in the mid-Michigan area. Tonight, snow showers early, mainly cloudy with snow showers around early evening, then stopping overnight. Winds around 50 to 25 miles per hour. It was windy as heck yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
For Thursday, Snow showers, variably cloudy with snow showers, high around 36. And for Friday, partly cloudy, high around 27. Currently it's 33 in the Tri-Cities, 32 in Flint.
We want to thank our website and social media specialists, Blue Thumb Digital. And if you're looking for somebody to work fast and work smart, these guys are the best. Blue Thumb Digital in Michigan, actually in Saginaw. Blue Thumb Digital, you can look them up on the internet. We also want to thank our friends at W4Divas.com. You see that, if you're watching us on Periscope and YouTube, you see that banner behind me. It's W, then the number 4, then the word Divas, DIVAS.com. A woman's network, W4Divas.com. This is actually their studio until we get ours built.
Yep.
We're using theirs every day at 8:22 here. Now with Johnny and Blondie on the morning show. And don't forget, February 9th, mark it on your calendar. We're going to be live at Cops and Donuts. Cops and Donuts is in Clare, and they're an awesome bakery. And
Oh my gosh, it's like grandma made your donut.
and you can find them online, by the way, at copsdonuts.com. Donuts spelled the proper way, D-O-U-G-H. So copsdonuts.com on the internet. You can actually order fresh delivery of Cops Donuts to your door. Copsdonuts.com is where we'll be on February 9th. It's physically in Clare, Michigan. We'll be broadcasting from there starting at 6:30 until at least 8:30 in the morning there. And we'll stick around for a while afterwards as well. So if you come by Cops Donuts in Clare, Cops and Donuts is what it's called officially, but it's copsdonuts.com on the internet. You will be there for Punchki Day with us on February the 9th, which is a Fat Tuesday, of course. Is the Name the Show contest still on? Sure, we haven't gone through the emails yet, so absolutely, if you want to send a suggestion for our listeners, not so much for the show, it's the Johnny and Blondie show, but
I'm renaming that. We got too much money to spend.
yeah, but we are looking for. We don't consider you guys listeners or viewers because this is such an interactive experience.
Look at our family.
Speaking of that, by the way, on JohnnyAndBlondie.com, we're going to be putting a little app up there, so we'll have a conversation going on there as well for you guys to chime in and with us. And when we get the time, we go to those conversations and we talk about them on the air. So it's somebody said we're the Jaundies.
This sounds like a disease, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I got a bad case of the Jaundies. I got a bad case of the Jaundies. I need another pair of underwear, please. So you got to be careful. But we do have some very good ones in there.
Yeah,
I've seen,
absolutely.
and I've seen some excellent ideas.
Let's do this after we log off today. And
We'll go through
get
them.
a name.
We're gonna pick a
It feels
name.
more like a family, doesn't it?
It does, and it's got to be.
something
It's,
family, like something warm and.
it's something that takes into account that we're interactive and we're back.
Right.
It's a back and forth situation,
Right.
not just us talking to you.
I don't want to
so.
just speak about me and you.
You know what I just thought about too is I saw we talked about Shaq being on Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld's going to be on Trevor Noah, which is the guy that replaced Jon Stewart.
Right.
And he's going to be on, and he does that.
Comedians in
cars.
cars. Comedians in cars.
We should do that with Johnny and have Johnny drive and interview somebody, and then we could sit in the back and periscope it. That would be awesome.
It would be really shaky.
You want
though,
me to
wouldn't it?
drive?
You drive, and
I told you I'd never drive with you again. You're like a mother. Having him in the car is like having your backseat driver, and he sits in the front seat, and he's yelling at you, and he's giving you a hard.
He never yelled at you. He just said, "Hey, you got to turn here," and you're like,
Yeah.
But he tells you you're in the intersection, going through the intersection. He goes, "Turn here."
I think it would be a great deal. I wasn't even making fun of your driving. I don't know why you're so sensitive, but I think if you were driving and then you had somebody in the car that you were interviewing, and we could periscope it like Johnny and
Yeah,
somebody.
we could do that. We could do that. We're going to be going out. We're going to call them Johnny and Blondie Extras when we go out on the road and do different things.
Okay.
On Friday, we're going to be leaving here, the show at 8:30. We're going to take a ride, and we'll see if we can periscope along the way. Sometimes you lose coverage, but we'll try. And then we're going down to the Frankenmuth Snowfest, and we're going to show you guys what Snowfest looks like, okay? For those of you especially around the world that watch us on Periscope and elsewhere in the nation, this is going to be a real treat. But even the people locally, this is one of the most popular festivals of the year. It's this weekend in Frankenmuth. It is the, I forgot what annual, Zender's Snowfest in Frankenmuth this weekend. There'll be hundreds of thousands of people in town. It is a blast. And it's going to be kind of warm, so it's going to be weird. But
in the 40s.
by the way, the rock show always plays. I haven't seen the entertainment lineup officially this year, but they're always there. It's Saturday. The warming tent has all kinds of entertainment. They have fireworks on, I think, Friday night, maybe Saturday night as well.
I'll be judging karaoke contest on Friday.
Are you going to do
Oh, are
that?
you?
Yeah.
There's
in
a
the warming tent?
Yep.
Okay.
there's a pie baking contest that
Oh,
goes
I
on there.
know.
Art Lewis is involved in that every year. We used to judge that, and then I got the worst heartburn in my life I thought I was having a heart attack.
I'm the worst one to ask.
After having all that apple pie, it was like, oh,
Blondie took one bite of the first apple pie. She goes, I'm full, I can't eat no
Well,
more.
that's exactly what happened.
And I have diabetes, so I can't do it.
Why she consented to judge is beyond me, because she goes, oh, and she was getting sicker and sicker the whole time she stayed there.
I'm like, oh, I feel really bad.
Let's get the diabetic to judge the apple pie contest and watch what happens.
They want to know where you're going to be at Snowfest. You'll just be walking around.
Walking around.
Yeah, we'll be walking around and you'll see us on Periscope, so if you have Periscope on, you'll be able to figure out where
Main
we are.
Street for the most part. So
Yeah, you can stalk us.
We'll start at the warming tent.
I'm Johnny and Blondie.
Well, there's nothing in the warming tent in the morning, so we'll just start on the, right there between Zender's and the next door neighbor there is where they have all the sculptures, so we'll start there.
Okay.
And then probably TV5 is usually down there with an ice news set. They usually have a news set set up for them that's made out of ice, carved out of ice.
Somebody wants to know more about the karaoke
Yeah,
contest.
it's from another station that's putting it on.
Okay.
And they've already selected their finalists. So it's not like an open karaoke contest.
Oh,
It's been a promotion that they've been doing. They asked me to judge.
So you're down to
Well,
like
where are
top
they-
3 or something?
Yeah.
Where is it actually occurring?
It's in the warming tent.
In the warming tent,
I think it starts at 6
On
on Friday.
Friday night, so Josh will be the guy down there Friday night. You're going to be wearing our station garb yet?
I'll wear it, yeah.
Did you buy a shirt yet for us that says Johnny and Blondie Show on it?
No.
Oh, just wear that little
I'll
tag.
Where's the
carry
magic marker,
banner.
Skippy?
Carry the banner. Wrap yourself in the banner
Yeah.
when you're on stage. We're trying to get as much promotion as we
Yep.
can get.
And then Friday night also at the Willow, we played a lot of the artists from Sins in Stereo
Yeah.
that we played. They're going to have that big acoustic fest, so I'll be hosting that afterwards. So Friday, a long day.
When do you sleep?
Well,
Like you're always on the
as
move.
of this week, about 9 o'clock.
Yeah, because we get him up early now.
Before
He's
my
not used to
kid.
this. This is something kind of foreign to you this early hour, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good though. It's getting better. It's getting easier every day. The first day I slept in the car. Afterwards, I just went down to my car and slept for about an hour.
Right.
And then now it seems like it's almost natural.
Right.
Alrighty. We are, let's see, now we're going to go.
Jimmy Hopwood didn't call today, did he?
Why does the website say that? It didn't used to say that.
Yes, he did.
What'd you say? Jimmy Hollywood did not call us today, no.
I texted him, he did not call me back.
No,
so.
no. Alrighty, let's see, it is 8:28 here now on the Johnny and Blondie Morning Show on JohnnyAndBlondie.com. On Periscope, it's Johnny and Blondie Live. On YouTube, it's Johnny and Blondie Live. Skippy, how are we doing on our YouTube broadcast over there? Tell us, Skippy, our intern, has been monitoring the YouTube broadcast. It's the first real full day of a good YouTube broadcast. How's it going over there?
Actually, really, really well.
We got a lot of followers?
Quite a few people chime in. I mean, there's probably something with how many viewers we have currently. I can't see.
Right.
What are they saying?
Thousands.
Yeah.
Just like that it's really great to be able to find you on YouTube, and there's one guy that I laid a note for. It's his birthday today. He turns 41.
Alright, got
Jeff Marsden.
Jeff Marsden is 41 years old today. He's from Lansing. Good morning, Jeff
Happy
Marsden.
birthday, Jeff!
Listening to us in Lansing this morning. Thank you. It's 8:29 now with Johnny and Blondie. Tomorrow is going to be a Thursday edition. We'll try a little impossible trivia tomorrow morning. We'll see if we can get that going. And
We got
Bob
prizes.
Hughes.
Bob's gonna be here.
Bob Hughes is going to be joining us tomorrow morning on the morning show.
Unless he gets a job tonight.
Yeah, unless
he's not
he-
going to be able to do it tomorrow.
I stayed up and I watched the late show. I can't get up in the morning.
I saw Shaq on Jimmy Kimmel last night. and I can't
He had to
believe it.
work at Shanty Creek last night, he DJ'd, so.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Did you guys hear that Sofia Vergara is suing for at least $15 million from a beauty company called Venus Concept for using her photo without her permission?
Did
you see
not.
this?
No.
The Colombian starlet claims the firm has been promoting its services with one of her Instagram photos and says they've made millions and millions of dollars off of her without her endorsing or anything.
Wow. Heck, you know,
Go, girl.
you should probably catch up with a couple of people who put your face on their products.
I don't care.
You don't give.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No. Anything else you guys want to make sure we add to the mix here today before we sign off for the program? I know Josh was looking at some stories here earlier this morning. You got anything for us?
Well, the people, you said that you had done it earlier in the week or before. The guys that siphoned the gas, they were trying to siphon the gas out of the tour bus. They got the sewage thing.
Tank, yeah.
And there's some mugshots online, and I can find those for you and post them. They don't look real
How
satisfying.
disgusting would that
That's
be?
what they
you know?
get, though, honestly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You steal it, that's what you get.
There's one more, but I think.
All right, just about.
Oh, I do know now, actually.
All right.
The I-75, did you see this? He was in the Royal Oak area, and he was watching a dirty movie on his phone.
Right. While driving.
pantsless.
Oh,
right?
Lord.
So we kind of have an idea that he was a little self-bowling kind of thing.
Little solo bowling.
Solo bowling going on down the road. And he crashed and died. Right, but they found him, and the video was playing on the phone next to his naked body.
Oh!
Oh.
Yeah, that's.
I have a recurring nightmare that's similar to that. So
What a way to go, man.
That you just hit way too close to home on that one. You always wonder if you're ever how you're going to end up caught. Elvis Presley famously was caught face down with his butt. Well, he actually wasn't on the toilet. He fell off the toilet, and his butt was up in the air.
And that's the last thing people remember of you.
Well, especially the guys that had to rescue him. And,
you're a rock star your whole life. You die on the toilet. You're over. That's all you know.
Or your who was the guy? Grasshopper. David.
Well, I want to say Caruso, but that's not it.
No, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Who did a little solo bowling while he was trying to asphyxiate himself. You know that weird kind of solo bowling.
He's hanging himself in his
hanging
closet.
himself in a closet.
Yes.
And of course, you're supposed to stop it just in time, right?
Oh.
And be fine. That's the way they found him, hanging naked in his closet.
Man.
We should talk about that off the air because I've never heard of it.
Oh yeah,
What?
David Carradine.
Carradine, that's it, yeah.
Sounds
David Carradine died that way. You know who else died that way? The lead singer from NXS.
Yes.
The lead singer from NXS
Yes.
also died that way.
That's pretty
It's called auto asphyxiation. Autoerotic
And
asphyxiation.
you're not supposed to die, right?
No. In fact, this is how weird it's
Smart
got.
enough to go,
Because
here we go, stop.
okay, but now
Ooh.
I read a story the other day. Because you do this alone, right? And so if you take it too far, you're dead, right?
Yeah.
Why would you do it alone, though?
So now there's been all these stories, but of course you're doing it alone. It's a solo bowling
Solo
thing.
bowling.
I know, but somebody could be in the other room and you could push the life alert button and get out of it. You know?
Oh, no, this is my
You
point.
can't, you're in the middle of the big O.
This is my point, you guys. They because of all these stories of people dying doing this,
Yeah.
now guys are asking for a partner to monitor them.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody to watch
To watch you.
No.
So how do you, Blondie?
Nope.
Come on.
Nope.
I just set up a baby monitor and just come up with a safe word.
Come back, Blondie.
Help!
Blondie, come over there. We're
No.
friends. We're friends.
No.
Come on.
Do I have to watch you?
No, you'd be in the other room, right?
Isn't
Just
that
so that she could save you last
Oh.
minute.
Isn't that bizarre? No, they want people standing there watching them just in case.
That's so disgusting.
It's weird that I'm not offended by any of this.
Just
because
find
I
a
think it's
partner
actually
to
kind
do
of
it
cool.
with.
It is creepy. Yeah, everybody
Oh,
said
yeah.
everybody's responding on Periscope. Creepy.
That's
Ooh.
so gross.
It is true story though.
Ugh.
It was a bizarre world we live in, and it's gotten. You know what I say? It's Henry Ford's fault.
Yeah.
Why is it Henry's
You know,
It's
fault?
Henry Ford and Thomas Edison had not started the Industrial Revolution,
Yeah.
and which led naturally, of course, to the digital revolution.
Oh,
We
boy.
would not have all this time on our hands to come up with silly, stupid ways to pleasure
Oh
ourselves.
my God.
We do it the old-fashioned way. Boom, it's over. Okay?
it makes me have an idea for the extra room we have in our new studio next door.
How do we go from?
Why am I so uncomfortable right now?
I don't know. It's great to me. I love
Oh
that.
God. We go from the innocence of Frankenmuth to solo bowling
Just
in
put
your closet.
a baby monitor in the room. You stay downstairs. What's
All
that?
right.
What's that?
Today's joke of the day is really taking a dark turn.
We haven't even told the joke yet.
You're right, Kim. It is gross.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
put a little bit of music on.
What do you have today?
Look, this sounds like porn music. Where'd you get this?
It's not.
Bones
It's
tickle
jazzy.
bone.
It's what?
When you have to buy the royalty-free stuff, you can't get much for it. This
Who
what
is
we
this?
Got. I don't really know.
It's called,
we got it up at audionautics.com, which is the guy locally here that's created some of it.
Yeah. It sounds like porn. It sounds like
I
porn
like
music.
it.
Well, it's perfect music to have if you're solo bowling. So what the hell? For those of you.
Tickle bone.
Alrighty. So today, from the Jokes Every Man Should Know book,
No, let's listen to music.
6 light. This is not to listen to. This is a music bed.
Oh.
6 light bulb jokes.
6 of them.
6 light bulb jokes.
The top 6. Count them down.
Are you ready? Number 6.
Number 6.
How many
Big
Freudian
list.
psychiatrists does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
2. 1 to change the bulb and 1 to hold the penis. I mean ladder.
Oh.
Oh. Same thing.
Number 5.
Number 5.
How many technical support people does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
Have you tried switching it off and on again?
Oh boy.
Unplug me. Put it back in.
Every tech support. You haven't called Charlie?
Yeah.
First thing you got
Reset your
I
modem?
already did that. I know this for the last 12 times you called me. No, do it again for us, please.
your ITP setting?
Number 4.
Number 4.
How many Harvard graduates does it take to turn a light bulb?
How many?
Just one. He holds the light bulb and the whole world spins around him.
Oh boy.
Revolves around him.
Got it.
Like the show kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Number 3.
How many gang murder witnesses does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
I didn't see any light bulbs. What are you talking about, light
Oh
bulbs?
boy,
Light bulb.
yeah.
Yeah. Number 2.
Number 2.
How many Zen masters does it take to change a light bulb?
How
How
many?
many?
A tree in a golden forest.
Ooh. Okay.
And our number 1 light bulb
Someone
joke.
must jump. That should have been number 6.
Number 1.
How many conservatives does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
2. 1 to change the bulb, 1 to bask in the twilight of the previous bulb. And that are
I enjoyed number 1.
those collectively. You want to hear number 1 again?
No.
I-
No, I didn't say I want to hear it yet. I enjoyed the first.
You don't get to choose. I just.
You asked like it was an option, though.
You made us.
Like, you want me to drive to breakfast? No.
How many Freudian psychiatrists does it take to change a light bulb? 2. 1 to change the bulb and 1 to hold the penis. I mean ladder.
Yeah.
Whoa.
There you go. All right.
That was fun. The music that made me energy.
I know. I enjoyed the music.
You
too.
were just. I know you. You were thinking of porn the whole time.
I did, yeah.
I know you were. You started
I was
sweating
thinking
a little
about
bit.
them. I was thinking about them unlocked webcams. And
There-
hooking one up in my room. And
Yeah,
getting
Blondie
one on
hasn't
my-
heard about that yet. And
Why?
Blondie will be all over that as soon as we tell her.
What is it?
There's a new search engine called
Yeah.
Shodan, S-H-O-D-A-N.
Okay.
Shodan. You got to pay
Shodan.
for it. You got to pay for it.
That's
But
okay.
once you're on it,
Uh-huh.
it tracks every unsecured webcam in the world. You can.
Oh, wait a minute.
You could hook up a couple in your asphyxiation room.
Yeah, your auto asphyxiation.
I spell it again.
Autoerotic asphyxiation is your autoerotic asphyxiation.
SHODAN.com.
Hi there. This is the late George Burns. You may remember me as Doc. Anyway, I came down to tell you about you and my friend, Johnny and Blondie. As you know, they got the heave-ho from WHNN. Huge mistake. Well, now you can hear and see them on Periscope weekday mornings starting at 6:30. Tune in, check them out. Tell them God sent you.
Yeah. Alrighty. By the way, with this all the way down, and these aren't still coming through.
I don't understand. Something happened overnight. That's what'd be nice when we move in our own little space here and we don't have to interfere with other people's equipment.
Yeah, we're kind of jerry rigging some other folks' equipment, so some things are going to be fixed automatically when we move into our new studio. So those of you who have been along for this ride with us, which is a lot of you, more and more every day, thank you.
All the different vehicles that we are on. Periscope, YouTube. Facebook will be up in a day or two because they're slow. What else are we on?
People don't want you to sign up.
JohnnyAndBlondie.com
Uh-huh,
and TuneIn
and
Radio.
Download the app TuneIn Radio on your smartphone or your iPad and you can listen to us.
There you go. It's that simple. And of course, we'll be back tomorrow morning around 6:30 or whenever Blondie shows up. And
I'm sick this morning. Sorry.
Had a rough night.
Bob Hughes will be here tomorrow too.
No.
yeah, we can't see, and we don't have any special artists coming.
Yeah, we do. Actually, John Bellsmith is coming in tomorrow as well.
Oh.
And he's part of the doodle exhibit that's going on right now at Studio 23 here in
Love
downtown Bay
doodles.
City. He made a group of doodles just for his daughter every morning and put them in her lunchbox.
Right.
And then she started trading the doodles for pudding at school, right?
I
Started trading
love
them. So now
this.
they put it all together and it's on display at Studio 23. He's going to bring us a Johnny and Blondie doodle,
Right.
plus bring us a couple of his autographed books as
I
well.
love it.
To answer some of the questions that keep coming up on Periscope this morning, we are not on a landed radio station yet. We have talked to some radio stations. We are currently talking to some radio stations. Where that ends up, we don't know. We're pretty happy right here,
We're very
frankly.
happy, yeah.
Because this is going very well. We're having thousands. We have like 2,200 followers on Periscope now, 9,000 on Facebook. So when we go Facebook Live, that's really going to punch up the numbers. We're getting about 1,000 to 2,000 people tuning into JohnnyAndBlondie.com every morning. And I don't have the numbers on TuneIn Radio or YouTube yet, but they're getting significantly higher too. So we have thousands of people that are
The
following
best part
us
is
now.
we don't have corporate or that certain person I couldn't stand on our backs anymore.
Yeah, you shouldn't talk about your husband that way.
Oh, it's not him.
He's trying his hardest.
Sounds like his name, but not him.
I'm still here.
Not you.
So again,
Oh,
tomorrow.
Dale, what's the matter with your brother-in-law, dude?
I
I
just-
guess prayers need to go out to Dale to go.
Yeah, he called earlier.
brother-in-law.
He called in earlier this morning on that. He's got a brother-in-law that's in the hospital.
Oh, the heart thing, yeah.
And as long as we can hear you, that's all that matters, said Lasha. I often
going
don't
so
see the
fast.
names. Dale, the golfer, praying Everybody's
Absolutely.
praying for Dale, the golfer's
Mhm.
brother-in-law. And tomorrow morning, everybody should be praying for everybody. And tomorrow morning, we're going to be back on the air with our old friend Bob Hughes
Yep.
and several
Yeah,
other
I mean,
folks.
old friend, I mean, our old friend,
Kind of lead man too.
Stop it.
Yes.
A little bit of both. But
A
anyway,
severance, yeah, of 8 whole weeks.
Yeah.
It was 8 weeks severance.
they offered us 2
Which
months
we went, rip, rip,
after 25 years.
yep.
Yeah, Hal is going to be back on the air over there at that station, and he'll be back on Periscope all within the next
Yeah.
week. And you can talk about the Carol incident now. It said, no, she can't.
No, I
She
can't.
can't.
A lot
She
of,
won't.
a lot of people email and want Johnny. Just another email just came in. I was looking at your program this morning. I enjoyed the video and audio show. I was wondering why Blondie is off to the side and her back mostly to the camera. If we all sit in a row though, we're gonna look really ridiculous.
Yeah, no.
We need to set it up like the Tonight Show. I can't do my stuff and turn
We'll
this.
get a desk in front of you then.
We need one up this way,
Well,
so we're facing
Well, but
this way,
then
too.
everybody else is to the back of it, so we've got to figure something else out.
So
They don't
what
seem
he's
to
trying to
care.
say is he mainly just wants
Yeah.
him to be on.
They honestly don't seem to care about
And
anybody else's
would you
face
stop
except
putting words in my mouth? I
Blondie.
do not want that. I'm trying to make this work.
We need to set like the YouTube one up coming this way or.
Then people complained the other day because we did that, because it's the back of the rest of it.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. We'll work something out here,
Yeah.
folks. We're
We
gonna
need
get
to
it.
set up like the Tonight
We'll
Show
just get
or
a
something.
mirror in front of you and you can just look
Oh,
back.
there
Yeah.
you go.
We, or you can come over here. Why don't you come over here? We can put you over here. We'll find another place for Blondie so that you guys can stare at her and leer at her
I'm
and
good.
think obscene thoughts about her all
That's
you
not
want.
right, ew.
We'll get to
Ew.
that.
Ew.
All right, it's
I'm good.
8:42 here.
Especially on a day today, like I don't feel very well.
But you look good.
You look
Yeah.
fabulous.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
You look way better than Skippy.
Well, Skippy is Skippy.
We needed to address, because I've got a lot of responses when we were on the Art Lewis show the other day about my health. So maybe tomorrow we can hit on that. And
All right.
because a lot of people are like, what's going on? What's wrong with Blondie? And I'm like, sorry you missed it, but we can hit on it tomorrow if you want to.
We will do that.
Yeah.
Until the next time, remember, pray,
Work.
spend,
Love.
and support our troops.
Bye-bye.